45 seconds remaining. Thirty seconds remaining. Fifteen seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Maggie and Perloff on the Infinity Sports Network.
Well, now you got to be thinking Super Bowl or bust for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Welcome to the show, Maggie Gray, Andrew Perloff. Pearl, look at all the moves. Yeah. And good morning, by the way. Look at all the moves, just even in a vacuum, that the Pittsburgh Steelers have made this offseason. A lot of them very uncharacteristic. The latest was yesterday. This is not uncharacteristic. Signing T.J. Watt to an extension, making him the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. Top Myles Garrett for $41 million per year. Right. This is an all-in season. All in for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Super Bowl bust. Wait, let me just clarify. Like, you mean like buy tickets through the league and go to San Francisco and watch the Super Bowl? Are you actually Super Bowl bust? Like play in the Super Bowl? Like win the Super Bowl? The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes.
The team that goes 10-7 every single year. Ad infinitum.
Yes, the team that has not won a playoff game in 8 years. Yes, all
and
those
what
things.
Is the, wait, yes. What is making you say that?
Okay, well, I'm just looking at what the team has actually done. And how about this? If you can just remove the Steelers, let's just say this is franchise X, okay? Franchise X.
Okay.
Not the Steelers. This is franchise X. Maybe they wear black and yellow, but whatever. It's just franchise X. Winning tradition, winning history, future Hall of Fame coach, okay? In franchise X. You have a team that is a perennial playoff team, even though they haven't won a playoff game in 8 years. So it's not someone who's a bottom feeder of the league. It's a team that's always right there in terms of making the playoffs.
All accurate.
They have signed a Hall of Fame quarterback who is at his last stop, but looking for a big ending, right?
Okay,
looking to rectify what just happened in his last stop and bring some stability. I don't say stability. The franchise is stable, but sort of go out on top. So you've got Hall of Fame quarterback. You have uncharacteristically traded for one of the top wide receivers in the league and then paid him. Mm-hmm. So you have weapons now. You traded away the guy who was the talented headache. So you are clearly trying to figure out the vibe situation here.
Well, how is that an all-in? To trade away the talented headache doesn't sound all-in, but go ahead.
Okay, but you realize that your locker room can't have those kind of distractions because this season's too important to fart around with the guy who is the talented headache. So he's gone. That'd be George Pickens, obviously. He's gone. Then you make the trade for Minkah Fitzpatrick and Jonnu Smith. So two other guys out of nowhere. You decide to make these trades to bring back at least guys with Fitzpatrick who are big names.
Yeah.
Have connection.
Ramsey.
Ramsey.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jalen Ramsey. Yeah. And trade for Fitzpatrick for Ramsey. Another guy, all in, right? In the vein a little bit of the quarterback that you brought in.
Right.
Future Hall of Famer, maybe Ramsey. Might have a case.
Yeah. Right. But you lost Fitzpatrick, so it's at best a wash.
I don't know about that.
Fitzpatrick's a little better, you think?
I'm not sure why they did this trade. I'm actually still not sure why they did it. Yeah. But Jalen Ramsey in. Somebody is a Super Bowl champion, just like your quarterback, wants to go out on top. And you re-signed your GM for a couple years. Like, you like the direction. This feels like and now you gave your best defender a beyond lucrative contract.
Right.
So this is it. This if that was franchise X and not the Steelers, would this tell you these are all-in moves?
No. They feel like status quo moves if I ever heard one.
Trading for DK Metcalf and paying him as a status quo move?
They gave up Pickens and they got in Metcalf. It's not that. It's not like DK Metcalf is a top 5 wide receiver either. And look, there's a million rankings out there. Find me DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf is a nice move. That one feels all in-ish.
Yeah.
But they gave away Pickens, so they don't. Who's their number 2 receiver?
Well, I think they believe it's going to be the young guy from
Michigan?
Washington. Yeah, from Michigan. Excuse me.
Roman Wilson? No. I mean, like, I'm not saying no to you, but that feels a little speculative.
And they have Freiermuth, so they do have a pass-catching tight end who could probably be their second wideout.
They love 10-7, Maggie. It feels if all in means all in, I'm staying at 10-7. Every move they made to me says status quo. Trade Minka Fitzpatrick for Jalen Ramsey, it's kind of a wash. They get in Jonnu Smith, who I think they really like, but like Arthur Smith always has Jonnu Smith, and like that's kind of the same. They bring in Aaron Rodgers after having Russell Wilson last year, maybe a little bit more upside, but what has Aaron Rodgers done lately? Like everything feels like it is on a runaway train for another 10-7 season.
Okay, so then why make TJ Watt the highest paid defensive player?
He's the best defense because he's one or two or three of the best defensive players in the NFL. Why wouldn't you make status quo? Because you always have TJ Watt. Like, of course they're going to pay TJ Watt. He's part of the fabric of their team, and I know he's a little bit older, but he's like the best defensive pass rusher in the league.
Okay, but if you're not going towards a Super Bowl, again, this is not a team that's a bottom feeder franchise, right? So if you don't feel like you are able to actually be a Super Bowl contender, then why are you doubling down on something like that?
You might as well call Pittsburgh, our buddy Andrew Filipponi in Pittsburgh. That's what they want to know. Why do you keep on?
Because
why do you keep on shooting for 10-7? And that's what this season feels like.
Because they believe this is a different all-in year.
They might believe that. Well, they're delusional because
so you're not into raspberries.
If they're delusional then because it feels like the same old Steelers to me. I mean, Super Bowl. You're telling me they're going to get out of the AFC with the Chiefs, Ravens, and Bills? That feels very rich.
888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. Okay, so this move yesterday, and it's not just this one, though. It's you got to look at the entire Steelers offseason. If this were any other team, if this were the Rams, if this were Cowboys,
the Rams got Matthew Stafford at 35. That is not the same thing as getting Aaron Rodgers in June at age 41 coming off an Achilles at a mediocre season with the Jets. Not same.
Okay, not coming off the Achilles anymore. I think we can let that go.
He was pretty average last year.
But he's a year removed, which,
Did you say the Jets were all in? Like, did you?
Yeah, they were.
Well, last year, though, for example, like nobody picked the Jets to win the Super Bowl last year because Rodgers was coming off an injury.
Right, but the year he got there, when he's saying the Lombardi trophies are looking lonely and they had a top defense like the Steelers do, everyone was saying Jets, new Jets. And by the way, the Jets had a lot to overcome in terms of they don't have a winning culture. They don't have the foundation. They did not have stability at head coach. They did not have stability within their front office. Like the Steelers have all of that stuff. For as much as you want to criticize them, like they are a better run organization. I mean, EJ's a Jets fan. You'd kill to be a Steelers fan. You've said that Mike Tomlin, you'd have him in a heartbeat if you could.
Definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, but Steelers fans are so frustrated right now.
Well, that's just because he's been there for 2 decades.
Well, it is that. But also, I think that they seem to be settled in this groove where they keep on having a slightly winning season and going out in the first round of the playoffs. And I feel like they're headed right in that direction again.
So TJ Watt signs for another record-setting deal. Was this a smart move to give him all that money?
Yeah, I mean, you have to. You could talk
about. You don't
have
to do anything.
Well, I mean, listen, you have a Hall of Fame player who's given everything to the team, and he's still very, very effective. Why would you not pay him? I mean, of course you're going to pay him.
Because if you really believe that this is just another year where you're shooting to just barely make it over 500 and not be a legit contender.
They don't believe that. They think they're better, but they've thought that many, many years since Ben got old.
So it's just all delusion.
Yes, that is what we always talk about with the Steelers is like, wow, they think they're elite and they're just not. They're not even dangerous for the Super Bowl. I mean, that's the problem. I feel like we've had this conversation with Steelers. What changed this offseason is not TJ Watt signing, not bringing DK Metcalf. I think there's still some delusion that Aaron Rodgers is going to be the Aaron Rodgers of old. That is what is fueling this sort of all-in Super Bowl talk. Will you agree with that to some extent?
I'll agree with you that I think the Steelers have overall botched the quarterback situation since the end of Ben, without a doubt.
No, but I mean that the hype is because of Rodgers. I mean, the only reason you would even say Super Bowl is because Aaron Rodgers is
I'm going to be honest. It's not any one thing that they did. It was the things that they did that, to be honest, felt a little uncharacteristic to me of the Steelers in general. Like, the thing about last year when they had Fields and then they had Russell Wilson, I guess when I looked at that, I thought, well, Pickett basically wanted to leave. So they're
Pickens,
Kenny Pickett.
Oh, Kenny Pickett. Oh,
Kenny Pickett wanted to leave.
Well, yeah.
Okay, because he didn't want to compete, and they kind of found themselves in this situation where I think they were trying to make the best of it. I don't think that signaled, oh, this is the Steeler way, is to be bringing in these old over-the-hill quarterbacks.
Right.
Like, that's our vibe now. I think they were just sort of patching that up. And now this year with Rodgers, I do think they believe this is like a last, like, you get the very end, the last little bit of his genius.
I feel like this is like Rodgers happened to be there, and they're like, well, I kind of felt like they were bargain shopping, and he just happened to be available, and no other team wanted Rodgers, so Rodgers wants to play. So he picked Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh didn't seem in any urgent rush. They're like, Pittsburgh actually said, we're perfectly happy going with Mason Rudolph
and no
this
one
year.
believed that.
I believed it. Why not? Mason Rudolph would be 9-7, just like Aaron Rodgers is going to be. I think Mike Tomlin, I don't think he thinks like that. I think he's like, well, I'm going to win with defense, and I'm going to beat you 19-12.
Right.
That's his mantra. I don't think that Aaron Rodgers, like, when the Rams traded for Matthew Stafford, the ultimate all-in move, they were so pumped. They're like, bleep those picks. Let's go all in. This is a year.
And they also traded for Ramsey.
Right. 6 years ago or 5 years ago.
Just saying.
Yeah. No, but the thing, the Steelers are just like, well, you know what? Rodgers is there. It doesn't feel like all in. It feels like might as well go try and make the playoffs again. And also, too, Rodgers is so cheap. That's a huge advantage. That's why they could do this TJ Watt sign. Because Rodgers doesn't want any money. He said, I'm gone after the year. He's basically like an NBA expiring contract. I think we view this situation very differently. Like, I don't even put them in the mix for the Super Bowl.
Wow. 888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. So, if you're not even putting them in the mix for the Super Bowl, then are we really thinking about the AFC North in the wrong way?
Well, how so?
Browns are a mess. I don't think anyone believes their quarterback situation. I mean, if they could scrap it all, I don't think they would come up with these four dudes of, who knows what's going to happen with Deshaun Watson, who seems like he's trying to angle for a comeback. Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Shador Sanders, Dylan Gabriel poo-poo platter is like kind of weird.
Don't forget Deshaun Watson might come back.
I said, that's what I said.
Sorry. Yeah.
And then you have,
but the Browns have been bad forever. How is that changing the way we're thinking about it?
Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
Definitely status quo on offense, where their offense was amazing, but besides Al Golden, the new defensive coordinator, Cherry Hendrickson's still out there looking for a new deal. Have they meaningfully upgraded on defense, where their first round pick is still not signed, and there's questions about whether he want to sue to go back to college is like an actual topic that's out there right now in sports. So maybe the Bengals aren't even close to being a contender playoff team. So you basically just have the Ravens. Yeah. This is not the juggernaut conference, or division rather, than maybe we thought.
Well, it's going to be, I think, this is the way I see everybody predicting it. The Ravens are a Super Bowl threat. I mean, a huge Super Bowl threat, if not the favorite in the AFC, for sure. And then the Steelers are going to be 10-7. And you know why I say that? Because I believe that history repeats itself.
Okay.
And then the Bengals are going to flirt around 500, right? So that's what you got in the AFC North. So it's a good division. It's probably not arguably the best. Last year, we overhyped it, right? Yeah, but the Browns are all in on the number one pick next year. They got the Jags pick and their pick. Like, they're going for it.
And so just add another quarterback to this mix. Anyway, we're talking about the Steelers. 888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. And the flurry of moves, not just TJ Watt. That's the latest one. Flurry of moves, does that mean to you, does it signal they believe they are a Super Bowl team? I think so.
I hope not. I hope Steelers brass doesn't sit there and say, wow, we Super Bowl or bust. Because that would mean that if Tomlin did not make the Super Bowl, then they would be disappointed in him. And this is not a Super Bowl team. They're 16th in odds. Like, they can't possibly say, like, man, Mike Tomlin, you better get us there this year. I mean, I wonder, like, are they going to put him on the hot seat if he doesn't meet this expectation?
I don't know. I mean, it looks like the GM is out there trying to upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, the DK Metcalf thing is, like, that's all you got. Like, is that really this huge game changer? I don't know. I love DK Metcalf, but he was part of a very good wide receiver core in Seattle. Is he a true number 1A who's going to change the whole dynamic? You're counting a lot on those two players, Aaron Rodgers and DK.
888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. All right, got a lot to do today. You guys have let us know how you feel about our best nickname in sports bracket. We're hearing you loud and clear. I would say, EJ, what do you think the ratio of positive to negative responses on our social media feeds to the bracket of 64 greatest sports nicknames. We revealed the entire bracket yesterday. We have the voting open, though, for 2 out of the 4 regions right now, and we're going to open the voting for the last 2 regions a little bit later today.
Well, you can't be calling yourself playoff P and lose all the time.
I think it's been pretty good. I think that, everyone has their typical where's this guy, where's that guy. But I think if they're, I feel like for the sitcom bracket, I feel like it was a lot more vitriol.
They don't call me Championship Chuck.
Maybe it's because I was sitting next to someone who was spewing that vitriol, but I felt like even online, that vitriol was very intense.
Yeah.
Like, where is this show? Where is that show? What are you doing? What's this seating?
I think you're an idiot.
I haven't had much of that. There's some of that sprinkled, but I think most people, look at this and say, oh, these are the greatest nicknames.
Well, I would say the one thing we talked about this yesterday. There's probably 150 good nicknames.
Yes.
People
That's
think
the
64 is a lot. You're not even, it's the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, it is. And also, too, some of the lower seeds are really amazing. Like, there's some great nicknames, even at 12. It's not really... this is how do you describe a field that has a lot of good teams in it? There's a lot of parody in the nickname game right now.
The parody in the nickname game. That's funny.
Yeah, it's not. We did a bracket. What was the bracket last year that we did that was so top heavy that sequels? All the number 1 seeds got through. But Empire Strikes Back, Godfather 2. This is not that. This is going to be a battle royale.
No, it is. It is not going chalky, and I think that is speaks to the depth of how many great sports nicknames there are. We'll reveal some results to you later on today. The sitcom bracket too, which you guys loved it, and a lot of people had an issue, is because it's like, what do you do with kids' shows? Like shows that were geared towards children, like Saved by the Bell and the Brady Bunch and stuff like that.
You and EJ had that issue. I don't think America had that issue.
Well, it became an issue because there were very huge popular shows, again, like the Brady Bunch or like Saved by the Bell.
Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World was another one. I think Family Matters.
In this building, I didn't get a single email about Boy Meets World. I just heard you two talking about how much you love that show. It's like Seinfeld, Boy Meets World. I don't know.
Tough opening round matchup.
Topanga had a grip on the country back then. From what I've heard.
You have to have a grip on the country when Maggie and EJ were 7 years old. It's America was like, why isn't this show that I loved when I was 7? Like, I mean, that's the thing. Sitcom is very age dependent too. Like, obviously, I love
Maggie was also 27 when that show was out.
What? Boy Meets World?
Yeah. Boy Meets World.
Oh, Manny, why did I take a stray?
That's an old show, dude. I think that's the other thing, too. Sometimes you hear this movie, it's like, oh, this movie, Superbad, came out 23 years ago. Like, what?
I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
It's like when you watch the NFL or NBA draft, and it's like, this player that was in the league,
Nothing will make you feel older. Not sitcoms, not Manny trying to tell me I was in college watching Boy Meets World. Dude, get a Wikipedia. Google it. I was in elementary school. Don't lie to the audience, okay? But the one thing, no matter what, that will make you feel old as dirt is when your favorite athletes' kids start playing professional sports.
Yeah.
100%.
It's like taking
I just found out Mark
bullet.
Grutzelanik's kid got drafted by the Yankees. That's incredible. Was this what it's like when you guys saw
it's exactly
Prince Fielder get called up and Ken Griffey Jr. and all them?
Just wait, Manny.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
Well, who'd you say it was? Mark
Grutzelanik's kid.
Grutzelanik's kid.
I saw it last night.
Wait till Jeter's. Well, he's got daughters. Wait till.
Yeah, I'll wait.
The ESPYs awarded the best high school player, and they had Cameron Boozer as the.
There you go.
That was like another one. I'm like, oh, great. Here we go.
They're going to Duke next year, aren't they? The Boozer twin.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Knicks were playing the summer league against the Pacers, and they were playing against R.J. Felton, and a lot of people thought
but
a lot of people thought it was like someone related to Raymond Felton.
Raymond
he had
Jr.
to come out and say, no, I am not related to Raymond Felton.
Oh, okay. I thought it was his kid. I was like, you got to be
That's what
nuts.
everyone did. He actually during his press conference after the game, he was like, "Oh no, I'm not related to Raymond Felton." Knicks fans breathe a sigh of relief.
Okay, that would have been too much.
I think R.J. Felton also took a sigh of relief.
Well, yeah, that wasn't great. Nothing will make you feel older than that. When your favorite athletes' kids start playing professional sports. Oof.
Hey, those Theo Ratliff kids, Perloff, they're looking good.
For real?
Oh, my God.
Are those the kids? Where are they?
They're at Stepanak.
Those are the kids I saw at Stepanak?
Yeah.
Those are Theo Ratliff's kids?
Oh,
I have not
yeah.
been able to wrap my head around.
This is a high school game.
I went to a high school game. I'm like, wow, high school players are getting bigger and better. Then I realized now they're
Well,
Theo
they're-
Ratliff's kids.
Yeah, but it's Theo's kids.
One's like 6'11", the other one's like 6'9",
Kenyon Martin's kid.
15 years old.
It's
yeah,
like a
KJ.
KJ Martin.
full on in the league.
Wait,
Yeah.
KJ Martin's like a veteran.
Yeah, he's a vet now.
Yeah, he's like
That
an
was a
old
tough
guy.
one, guys. That was a tough one.
Get ready to watch the Boozer twins playing at Duke next year.
Kenyon Martin, Nick Legend.
Easy.
One season.
888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. Okay, so what are the Steelers signaling to you with all of their offseason moves? To me, it's a team that looks like they're a Super Bowl contender. To Perloff, this is a
Super
team
Bowl.
that's just like whatever. Doing
They're
the
going
same
to be
dance.
10-7. They are going to be 10-7, and just get ready.
But that's just getting into the playoffs. Then they got to start winning some games. Okay, lots to do, including a big announcement yesterday that's going to be felt really from coast to coast. But I'm looking at it and approaching it, Pearl, I think way different than the average sports fan. We'll get to that. We also had a big homecoming for our friends in Portland. A legend is going to return eventually.
Gary Payton.
You know, yesterday.
Inside joke.
Yeah, yesterday, that was my Mount Olympus of Portland. I put Gary Payton on for Oregon State and got roasted for it, rightfully so. Yesterday was the first time I really felt horribly that I did not put Dame Lillard on that Mount Olympus. Pearl, you didn't either.
No, I had Dame Lillard.
Oh, you did have Dame?
Yeah. No,
Okay,
I
so
mean,
he was represented.
I used common sense on my Mount Olympuses.
Okay. Geez, that's open season
Actually, he
on
was
me today.
I remember he was the first person I put on mine.
More than Clyde Drexler? He was the first one that came
Yeah. Dame. Well, yeah, Clyde. It was Dame. Clyde. Anyway, we'll go back to it. Yeah, he was pretty much one.
Okay. 888-710-4ISN.
Yeah.
So we've got that news for you. We've got nicknames for you. Big show on tap today. It's Maggie Perloff.
We do not care.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. 2 minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. $45 seconds remaining. $30 seconds remaining. $15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Oh boy. Are the cameras on us, Maggie? I hear Coldplay in the background. I don't know if you were on the internet last night or yesterday. There was a embarrassing gaffe by a CEO of a company who was caught canoodling with his head of HR at a Coldplay concert, and Chris Martin actually said something. Oh my God. Maggie, did this take over your timeline like mine?
Yes, this is like 90% all my social media of these two kind of middle-aged looking people swaying along to a Coldplay.
I would say attractive older people. Yeah,
okay,
they were.
Sure. Yeah, I think older, but yeah, they kind of seem like, I don't know, they seem like they were having a great time.
Very close.
He's kind of like holding her from behind, and they're kind of swaying to the music in this very tender moment. And then all of a sudden they put like it's at Foxborough, right?
Yeah, like the kiss cam kind of thing,
yeah,
right?
They put like the Jumbotron on them, and these two just split from each other immediately, like someone had pulled a fire alarm or something. And he ducks down, and she covers her face.
And turns
around. And Chris Martin himself goes, those people are either having an affair or they're very shy. And now the internet has gone with it that they are having an affair. I don't even know if that's true.
Oh, it's widely reported that, and I think their statements like this is
that he's a CEO and she's the head of HR.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I've seen is from like some pop culture-y. I haven't seen like, let's put it this way, the New York Times hasn't confirmed it or whatever.
Oh, I'm not sure that that's the case anymore. We got to research this. I think the lamestream media has got in on this one. I think that we're pretty, actually, right. I don't want to say that. I don't want to ruin this guy's family, but I think it's real.
Okay, well, this is what Chris Martin, this was him at the concert. So this is what started it. It's the blame the front man from Coldplay.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Hell of a line. If they're not having an affair, their lives are ruined. I mean, this has 23 million views. It's gone. What'd you say in the chat? Triple platinum,
yeah, it's gone
viral.
It's got triple platinum on the internet.
Yeah, EJ, what's the status of how accurately reported this is? Because I'm seeing in New York Post. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm just through the Twitter reporters out there. I mean, there's a lot of information out there. The fact that the woman. The woman next to her, who's just like smiling, kind of like weirdly in the black blouse, who's like, "Ooh, my friend just got caught." That woman was just promoted in that same company last week. And it was announced by the blonde woman who's the HR rep, posted on LinkedIn like, "Oh, so happy for my friend, blah 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 blah, who just got promoted to vice president of this company." Like, congratulations to her. And then here she is hanging out with these two during this quote unquote potential affair happening.
Oh my god!
I mean, the thread.
Are you implying that the affair is even wider than just these two?
No, not a throuple, Pearl. Get your head on the button.
No,
but somebody knows about the dirt and then is getting promoted. Like if you worked in that company,
blackmail. Okay, gotcha.
Or if you're working in that company, you're like, well,
I know something that you don't know that I know that you don't know that I know.
You said that. I'm just like, listen. We know what's going on.
This is a corporation in America. I mean, if you could get promoted by knowing your CEO's cheating on his wife, then like you wouldn't have enough big enough an executive branch. I mean, that's like half of these are American CEOs. They have the morals of like nothing.
No, it's not about the moral part, but it's about the like there could be lawsuits and stuff like that.
Every executive in America cheats on his wife, right?
But not inside the company, Pearl.
Yeah.
Well, some of them do.
No, my God.
If you get caught,
now who's being naive?
No, but if you get caught, you're
out. If it goes
out.
public, it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
We just saw that with Fox Sports 1. Like, that's the problem.
That took 15 years to uncover.
Or CNN, same thing. That was inside the company, right?
Yeah, I mean, but those scandals took forever. Listen, have you ever watched like the background of what was happening with Roger Ailes? I mean, that was decades.
That was sexual assault.
Or TJ Holmes. Like, that's not
That was bad. This seems like it was consensual.
Yeah, no,
it's
you're
just
right.
against the code.
I shouldn't have compared that. But there are I think there are companies where I don't think this is as uncommon as you guys are making it sound.
No,
like.
not
Definitely
uncommon.
not. But getting caught means there's going to be repercussions.
Yeah, he's going to have a painful divorce.
I think astronomer CEO Andy Byron and the firm's chief human resources officer Kristen Cabot.
By the guy's banging you.
By the way, Andy Byron, you want to talk about like just melting in the clutch? Like, you got to no-sell that. What, like the fact that that video doesn't go viral if he just acts like everything is normal. Like,
that's
the fact
an interesting
that he
strategy.
hid and like went and hid his face, and the woman was looking all like confused.
I'm going to hell.
Like that is why this video was viral. Had he just like acted like, oh yeah, this is my wife,
it would have been fine.
Who's sharing a random video of a kiss cam where nothing weird happens?
Jeez, I'm an idiot.
It looked like a trap door opened from underneath him, and he just disappeared. Like, is this a trick stadium, Gillette? Or do they have some kind of like shoot?
That's where Bill Belichick hides all the deflated footballs.
Yeah, I mean, first of all,
the playbooks he's stolen.
Let's be real, though. You're saying in an ideal world, yes, that would have been the smart move, but that is gutsy.
Well, that's how you know they're doing something wrong.
Well, yeah, but if he had just played it through and said, like, listen, if I don't catch Chris Martin's attention, I'm safe. That would take some real. Stay
cool.
I don't know, EJ. I say what you're saying. In reality, I don't know if any husband could be cool enough to be like, well, if I just keep doing this, no one's going to tweet it. That's hard. You're right. You're logically right, but that's hard to ask.
I know, but listen, like once you step into those waters, you got to be prepared for everything. Clearly, he was not.
No, I think you guys don't understand. Like I don't know. There are powerful men who think they can do anything. Like this guy seems to have an ego on him.
Well, can I tell you?
Expose himself?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That was a drop. Oh. That was not me.
I may cut you off there. I'm so sorry.
That was Manny. No. That was. I don't know what that was.
I was like, weird left turn there, Pearl.
Did you notice I was staring right at you? My lips were.
I don't know. I got duped by the drop.
He was a player.
But
I got a drop, by the way.
We got to get to Peter Schwartz with his update, but just really quickly.
I didn't know what you were going to say.
This actually happened to someone who I know.
Oh, got caught on a kiss cam?
No, not a kiss cam, but got caught out somewhere in public with someone else who, how dare you, not his wife, and someone they worked with, and that person had just gotten promoted. Your wife, your daughter, your niece, your other niece. He had just promoted this woman, and someone I know who was also working in that group had gotten passed over for said promotion.
Oh, wow.
And then happened upon the two of them and like took a picture of it.
And then sort of held the company ransom?
Not ransom, just...
Did they say you better promote me or...
to be honest, they sat on it for a while because they weren't really sure what to do because it's like a big decision if you want to do something like that. And then said this, then, kept getting passed over and was like, well, dropped the bomb.
Boy,
So that they
that
get the
escalated
promotion?
quickly.
Yep.
Wait, I don't understand. They dropped the bomb, like they ruined the marriage and then got the promotion?
No, they just, it was just, I don't know if the marriage was ruined, but just like exposed the fact that the guy was cheating.
And then blew their leverage then.
No, because the guy ends up getting, dismissed. And then the person who I know, they were like, they end up getting the promotion.
Well, what she could have done is
I'm not going to say.
Well, anyway, what they could have done was go into his office and say, listen, I got pictures. It's up to you.
No, didn't do that. Went to HR. Did the proper protocols. Was not trying to go rogue on this.
How do you go to HR in this situation?
You can't.
The lady is HR.
But by the way, she went to Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
you got to go to the proper channels.
But that doesn't guarantee a promotion just because you get the guy fired.
Nope. She just didn't like that it was happening, that this other person who was not qualified kept getting promoted because they were having an affair.
Once you present, like, hey, this is what happened, you also open yourself up to a lawsuit for the company. So the company also has to be smart about what they're going to do with that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You guys sound so naive to the real world.
What do you mean naive?
Me
How
and
many,
Manny know.
how many settlements do you watch every week that are like, oh, this person's fucking with this person, so therefore we're going to give this person a settlement to go away. That happens a zillion times.
No, I know, but I feel like this kind of thing happens in companies all the time.
Yeah, but not all of them. I mean, it does Brazen to go to a Coldplay concert. What happened to like the motel by the side of the highway? That's over.
Yeah, that's why
I was not surprised for 1 second that this happened. Anyway.
Well, what do we think he told his wife, like where he went that night? Oh, working late?
Yeah.
Going to the show?
Companies got tickets for Coldplay.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely was like, oh, the company has tickets for Coldplay.
Can I come?
No. It's not.
It's like employees only.
I love Coldplay.
To be honest, Coldplay has a lot of bangers. They do.
I know 2 songs.
It's good. You could play Coldplay the rest of the morning.
Coldplay is a bit polarizing.
Are they?
I didn't realize that until yesterday.
It makes you kind of sound soft if you're a guy who listens to Coldplay. Obviously,
that's a man-woman thing.
Yeah. It's very poppy. So if you like it, you're like, you don't admit it. It's like, you secretly like Coldplay, but it's like, like pop music.
So it's like something you listen to in your car alone.
Yeah, I love, we all love Adele, but I don't think if you're like hanging out with your guy friends, let's put on Adele.
Go to Vegas, go catch
we all
her show.
Secretly love Adele.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you not?
If you get in a car with a bunch of guy friends and you put on
Don't ask me to
Coldplay,
sing
Coming
it.
up at 7:30, Peter Schwartz.
No. I'm drawing the line. I'm not singing Adele. No.
You're done singing for us?
I didn't say I was done singing. I'm like, I'm not. I can't get.
Yeah.
Can't get myself to that level.
You were here the last time Peter was in the update chair. He goes,
Mercifully.
I love Chapel Road, and that just set off the entire show.
Yeah.
I love that song.
I heard. It got back to me, which is funny because I was in the middle of nowhere, and somehow it still got back to me. But thank you for being a good sport.
Yeah.
Peter Schwartz is with us on Updates today.
By the way, thanks to that couple for letting Maggie and Perloff stretch this segment because absolutely nothing happened in related sports yesterday.
Oh, that's a great precursor to your update.
Sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance. Protect small businesses with affordable coverage options. He had a quote today at progressivecommercial.com.
We'll start with guy.
Yep. We'll start with some NFL news. Steelers linebacker T.J. Watts, now the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history after he reportedly agreed to a 3-year, $123 million deal. It includes $108 million fully guaranteed at signing. It's an annual value of $41 million a year. Watt leads the NFL with 73.5 sacks over the last 5 seasons. NFLPA Executive Director Lloyd Howell Jr. resigned late last night after a 2-year run as leader of the union. Some scandal possibly here. There have been reports that the FBI was investigating the financial dealings of the Players Association as well as the Major League Baseball Players Association related to a multi-billion-dollar group licensing firm. Howell said it's clear his leadership had become a distraction.
Yeah, this one really, they stepped in it here. I don't know how he would be able to continue with his role. And also, I don't think from other stories I've heard, is he was never really meant to have this role for a long time anyway. Like, there's allegations out there that J.C. Tretter, the former offensive lineman for the Browns, sort of wanted to keep him there as a little placeholder and that he would eventually take over. But that plot seems like got blown up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. There's absolutely no surprise on this. This story has been a big deal. NFL reporters, it's just been, I think America's having trouble wrapping their head around exactly what went down here? I'm getting a lot of that vibe on the internet.
Definitely. Well, also, when's the CBA up? I don't even know. The NFL seems
10-year deal, right?
Yeah, they had a 10-year deal, so I don't think it's we're not on the precipice of a lockout or any time.
Exactly,
you
right.
actually have to know about these guys.
Yeah, like the NFLPA isn't really doing much right now.
Well,
Except apparently, like getting involved in things they shouldn't.
Except for conflicting.
I mean, listen, it could be worse. He wasn't at a Coldplay concert.
Do you know that?
Coldplay
just wasn't
Coldplay, the Super Bowl halftime show.
Seen it before.
They did one already. Yeah.
I was there.
They did it already.
Yeah, San Francisco.
Yeah,
All right.
I got that Coldplay song from my Super Bowl performers rejoin list. Yeah.
It was Coldplay, Beyonce, and Bruno Mars, I believe.
Yeah, I mean,
that was in Santa Clara.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bruno Mars was at everyone. He's always there.
Yeah, so they could bring Coldplay back again, capture the excitement everybody is talking about Coldplay,
and bring out the CEO and bring out the woman.
They could be in like the dancers down there in the front that they always bring out onto the field. So, veteran wide receiver Mike Williams announced his retirement after 8 NFL seasons with the Chargers, Jets, and Steelers. Williams had signed a 1-year deal to return to the Chargers in March, but was working through an undisclosed injury. Quarterback Justin Herbert reacts to Williams' retirement.
I want what's best for Mike. He's always been there for us, and we're going to be there for him. It's obviously a tough situation, and I've got so much respect for him as a teammate, as a friend, as a receiver, as a player, and the man that he is.
Williams ranks 10th on the Chargers franchise receiving yards list with 4,806.
Wow. By the way, Mike Williams is part of a very special class, draft class, of idiotic picks that were not Patrick Mahomes. In 2017, they were sitting there, number 7, could have gotten Mahomes, and they took Mike Williams.
Yeah.
John Ross went number 9 to the Bengals that year, and Corey Davis went number 5 to the Titans.
Who did the Jets take? The Jets
took Jamal Adams, another team that should have taken Mahomes. That's one of the all-time, like, what were these teams? Fine player, but totally the wrong pick.
That draft was in Philly, too.
What's that?
That draft was in Philly.
Oh, yeah. That's when Trubisky got drafted.
Yeah, I was there.
Another one.
Good times.
But Mike Williams, we always he looked like a star and just never got it together, really.
Giants drafted Evan Ingram that draft. I was not happy.
Yeah, that whole draft in general. Didn't Solomon Thomas go
Reuben
really
Foster
high?
was also in that draft.
That was a fantastic. That was an all-time draft, but not at the very top. Like there was tons of Hall of Fame. I think T.J. Watt was in that draft, and Myles Garrett.
Yeah, I was gonna say Garrett went 1.
Yeah, that draft has Hall of Famers up and down the whole board. But yeah, Mike Williams, the receivers did not work. Mike Williams looked like a Hall of Famer. I mean, do you remember how excited everybody was about that guy?
Yeah, I remember people being excited about Jamal Adams.
Leonard Fournette too.
Oh my gosh, that was a big one.
Yeah.
That was right on the cusp of should you be taking running backs that high.
But then that was like when the late round running backs started to blow up. Right. Kamara was in that draft later in the draft. I remember I always go back looking back who should teams have taken. That's one of my big themes, and it's totally useless, but you can't go back, man.
No, you can't.
I had a Jamal Adams bobblehead. I took a sledgehammer to it.
Wow.
Really?
I did, yeah.
The day that he asked for the trade?
Yep. Well, as soon as he left.
Okay.
Went out in the backyard with a sledgehammer and took a sledgehammer to it.
That is real emotion.
But they won the trade at least.
They won the trade, but you'd be angry at a player if they didn't want to be on your team too, especially the way that ended.
I'm angry in general.
I mean,
what's worse, burning a jersey or taking a sledgehammer to a bobblehead?
Yeah, bobblehead's
a jersey at least you could repurpose. You could donate it to a local place, and somebody could wear it.
Sure.
I was thinking Jamal Adams. I remember when I think you were interviewing him on a weekly basis, right?
Yep.
That was amazing at first. I remember I was like, wow, I heard a clip of that interview. I'm like, wow, this guy is going to really be the voice of New York sports.
I know.
He's really good, right?
When we were doing that show on WFAN, we had money for one interview. And they said you could pick anybody you want for both Giants and Jets, and we'll go to them and see if they want to do it. And it was like, no brainer. Jamal Adams. Because this dude could not stay on message. Let's put it that way, which is exactly what you want from those weeklies because they can be brutal. And he would light up the organization week after week, and they would go viral. And eventually, he stopped doing the interview because we asked why he scrubbed the team from his social media. And I asked the question 2 different ways. How dare I? And they got upset, and he pouted and went away.
He was also, by the way, not just he was fun too, as I recall.
It started off like he was really.
How dare you?
Like he was really going to be like the face and this big figure in New York and all that, and it crashed and burned.
He was beloved by the Jet fans at first.
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah, like
because he called out the team.
Yeah,
basically.
he also played extremely hard. Like he was the kind of guy that threw his body out there. He was getting all these sacks, like
jumping over the top of people.
I mean, he was destroying Daniel Jones. One of my favorite plays ever in Jets history is him just ripping the ball from Daniel Jones and taking it to the house. Like
he was just like, give me that.
Yeah.
But it is a good highlight. You know, his whole career kind of got derailed, which is funny because he's a guy who had a dad who played in the NFL, and you thought, all right, the dad may be influencing his running back for the Giants. Maybe the dad's influencing him, and maybe they know what they're doing. Get away from the Jets, right? Like, you can totally defend that. Get away from the Jets. You were a star at LSU, and get on with your career. And then he went to Seattle and got hurt, and it just never was the same.
Well, the whole NFL changed, though. They realized safeties have to be able to cover. So that, his skill set became irrelevant overnight.
All right, we got to leave it right there. Thank you so much, Peter. Coming up, we do have that news about Caitlin Clark. She's got to take seat for the WNBA All-Star Game and the festivities. But what's really going on here, we'll tell you next.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. 45 seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. Fifteen seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Maggie Gray, Andrew Perloff. So, bummer news. Caitlin Clark, because of that groin injury, Pearl, and this is the 4th injury now that she's had this season, is not going to be able to participate. No 3-point competition, no game. It's not a stunning shock, but it is a blow to the WNBA, who just keeps, putting together record ratings, and everything's breaking records about their reach and influence. And Caitlin Clark is clearly the biggest star, and now she can't partake.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a short-term blow, but as far as the growth of the WNBA, it's not going to have an all-time impact, right?
Not this weekend.
I mean,
no.
I guess the question is, are we nervous that the supposed long-term impact that Caitlin Clark is going to have on the WNBA might not happen? Because who knows if her career will unfold the way we all sort of expected.
So I think it was a little shocking when the article came out when Caitlin got injured earlier this season, and the television ratings were down 55%, not just Fever games, but according to Nielsen, all across the WNBA, the viewership was down because this one player got hurt. It doesn't make sense to me, that report, but that was the report and people ran with it. I think one of the big issues are if not just Caitlin Clark this weekend, and we're curious if you're still going to watch if she's not participating at 888-710-4ISN, but if she rushes back because the pressure on her to, air quotes, carry the league. And I know that gets like a lot of the WNBA players really ticked off when people like me say like she's carrying the league because it's not just a one-woman show. But her influence, like I could see from an athlete's standpoint, not just to want to be there for her team, the Indiana Fever, Pearl, but also just like for the league to rush back and risk further injury. And then on top of it, a lot of the quotes coming out of Indianapolis right now are about her mental health. And I started to think about that a little bit more. The amount of pressure that's on her, beyond even, I think, what Michael Jordan or, anyone kind of, maybe Tiger, I think, would have a similar understanding of the type of pressure where you're not just performing for yourself or for your team, family, loved ones, whatever. It's also like, You're assigned this greater purpose, for
like, women's sports, you mean?
For women, yeah. Tiger, for being black, this greater societal impact is also thrust on your shoulders. So you, I'm sure, would think anytime something goes sideways, you're not just letting yourself or your team down, but like this larger group. And I worry a little bit for Caitlin for burnout purposes, which we know a lot more about. And she was giving an interview recently where she said if she can just go outside for like 30 minutes and walk around, that's something that really helps her. Don't forget, she had a stalker showed up at her house.
Yeah, sure.
It's been a lot for her. And I'm not just saying her. Angel Reese also had these horrible death threats coming towards her, people coming up to her on the street saying awful things like in person. It's not just keyboard warriors. For Caitlin, though, I do worry about the mental side for her.
I mean, remember Monica Seles when she got stabbed on the court? It's huge pressure. I mean, listen, that also happens to male athletes.
Definitely.
We had Tim Tebow in, couldn't walk outside for large chunks of his career. Now I think he can. But, yeah, I mean, first of all, I will say it's different, though. Are you putting her like – she's definitely – Jackie Robinson, what he did was crazy heroic. I mean, that's historical. It's because WNBA's been here, and college basketball, women's college basketball has been popular. It's funny. I never really thought about. I thought of her as a star, but you could speak more to this. It's like she really an inspiration for all women athletes.
Yes.
What about the
women,
WNBA stars who came before her? Were they?
Listen, she said that her idol was Maya Moore, and Maya Moore is a huge star, but I don't think Maya Moore was feeling the same level of pressure that Caitlin is. First of all, I don't think she landed with the casual fan, if you will, the way that Caitlin has. So
she faces more of Sabrina Ionescu, who will compete tonight. It's just a different guy. I totally understand
different
what you're
stratosphere.
saying.
I think it's Tiger-like. And to be honest, we knew that Tiger had some outlets to sort of vent that kind of pressure that were not that healthy.
Oh, my God. Tiger is a whole mess. It's funny because Caitlin struck me as very well adjusted for most. I haven't actually seen these quotes about her psychology, but yeah, she seemed like she was able to handle this.
Can anyone? 888-710-4ISN, and then add on top of it the injuries. All right, coming up, we update the best nickname in sports bracket.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining. 1 minute remaining. $45 seconds remaining. $30 seconds remaining. $15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Maggie and Perloff on the Infinity Sports Network.
Get familiar with a new college quarterback because he's going to be everywhere. Welcome to the show, Maggie Gray, Andrew Perloff. His name is DJ Lagway. Sports fans obviously know exactly who he is. He's the Florida quarterback, but Pearl, he is the guy now after SEC Media Days had now been wrapped. The SEC has a lot of really strong quarterback talent this year. Maybe the best quarterback in the country might be in the ACC, though, and Cade Klubnik from Clemson. But DJ Lagway is now the new guy on the rocket ship.
Well, I like Cade Klubnik, a number one overall recruit. You know what's interesting about him is he's gigantic. He's so big. I can't wait. I think it's going to be a 1-2 situation with him and Arch. I think it's going to I would say like Peyton Manning, because he's not draft eligible this year, but next year, same. And I assume Arch, everyone thinks will stay 2 years. They feel like they are linked together, too, in a sense. Like Lagway down in Florida, Arch in Texas. The only problem is the team might not be that good. So that is the issue, right? Like that's what happened to him last year. Like he came out as a true freshman and he played really well, but the Gators that good? That's the problem.
Well, they started to turn it on a little bit at the end of the season. So let's hear from Gators head coach Billy Napier. Says DJ Lagway showed a lot of promise at the end of year one, and now year two will be even better.
I think his ability to block out all the external factors and really get consumed with leading the team, playing, winning football, executing. And we built around the guy. There's no question. Players want to play with DJ.
So that's Billy Napier saying we actually do have the right team around him, and we do have a much better team. And that Florida, I mean, we always talk about Texas back is, the U back and all that. Maybe Florida has an opportunity. Now, their schedule is... It is tough.
I saw a metric. They had the hardest schedule last year in the country. They have the hardest schedule in the country this year, the number one hardest. So that's the problem. And they have to, this year in their home and home, they go to Miami. EJ, shout out. It's going to be, even if he's good, that's the other question. Billy Napier, like hot seat, right? That's the first one. Like he's got to prove a lot. So the situation is not quite like Arch.
Well, he got himself off the hot seat because Lagway played so well, right?
He kept his job for 1 year.
Right, because he was the guy who brought in Lagway. Lagway showed all this promise. Ole Miss, that game where they basically snuffed out Ole Miss's chance of getting to the college football playoff. He played really well in that game, and I think that it was like, all right, well, if he's tied to Billy Napier, then we can't just fire the coach because we're worried he's going to transfer out.
Absolutely. But you know what? If they disappoint this year, then he will transfer out, right? Because they're going to have to fire Napier.
So funny enough, I believe the Heisman frontrunner is still Drew Aller from Penn State.
I thought it was Arch. Is it?
But Arch, would that be because people think he's really the best quarterback, or because he also is a flashy name to bet on? Like casual fans will understand. It's like how the Lakers sometimes or the Yankees get these inflated odds.
Yeah, that being said, like Arch is no joke either. Like he could be
Arch is going to be good.
He could be amazing. Right. I see what you're saying. When I make a Heisman bet, I want like a little upside. Like we know what Drew Aller is. You want the new guy, or like Lagway or Arch Manning.
I see Arch Manning as a favorite.
Okay, so is and Drew Aller at one point was the Heisman favorite, but that's fine. Arch, that makes a lot of sense. But you don't want to be the Heisman favorite now. That's always a recipe for disaster.
Right, you said it perfectly. Like the Heisman, the odds are based on buzz, which is not just who's the best proven player.
If I were to ask you, who do you think will have the best season? Who do you think is the best quarterback in the SEC? Maybe have the best season is a little different, counting stats, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But who do you think is the most talented quarterback in the
Lagway,
SEC?
definitely. I mean, Lagway is a sure thing. Like, he's like, I'm not going to say Trevor Lawrence because that was the ultimate sure thing, but he's a hair below that. Like, he's definitely going to be a top 5 pick. And I'm kind of looking at NFL skills. I just don't know about Florida because they have this brutal SEC schedule. They just don't get a break. They're probably going to be what? I've seen them in rankings around 10. I worry about the team. No worries about the quarterback. How about you?
So I'm actually going to go with someone a little bit off the board as far as the person I think who's going to be on the true rocket ship, the person who is going to become a household name. And I just don't know, like you, is the team good enough to put him in the Heisman race? And it's Austin Simmons from Ole Miss. So this was a guy who came in last year when Jackson Dart, who would become a first-round quarterback for Manny's Giants, he got hurt in the game against Georgia and had to leave for a series. And Austin Simmons came in and went 6 for 7 and led Ole Miss on a touchdown drive, and he looked spectacular. And then Jackson Dart came back in the game, and they won the game. It was a huge upset, major feather in Lane Kiffin's cap to beat Georgia like that, and then Simmons was back on the bench. Austin Simmons, I think, is going to be someone who by the end of the year is going to New York. I don't know if he's going to win it, again, because I don't know if Ole Miss is going to win enough games in the SEC. Their whole team basically turned over. But this kid is 19 years old, okay? I was reading up a little bit about his backstory, Pro. Crazy. Mm-hmm. His dad took him out of school when he was in 6th grade to start getting ready for his football career. He graduated high school. Again, he's being homeschooled this whole time. Graduated high school at, I think, 16 and is already graduated from college. He's already done. He's a sophomore. He's already taken the amount of credits. So he's just basically in grad or however they're doing this with the college system.
Wow.
He was available because of his unique schedule and not having to go to school and being homeschooled. He was available to be working out at this special gym that his dad had a connection to, where guys who were getting ready to prepare for the NFL draft, wide receivers, would come and work out. And he was the one throwing to them because who can work out in the middle of the day on a Tuesday if you're a high school age student? He's like been perfectly groomed like a robot. They unfortunately, kind of compare him to Todd Marinovich, which had this horrible ending. And Lane Kiffin said this is not for the way it turned out, but for the process. It's a very much like Todd Marinovich, who ended up, being a very cautionary tale. But they've been waiting for this moment.
Yeah.
This entire his entire life, he's been groomed for this. And I found that story kind of fascinating for just how extreme it feels. And now he's stepping into the starting spot at Ole Miss.
Couple questions.
Yeah.
I understand. Like, the upside is he just looks like a stud.
He's huge. Looks like Tua throws lefty.
But is he going to get a little system quarterback?
Well, Lane, I think, obviously helps all quarterbacks. Tua, that didn't hurt him?
Well,
and some of the other Lane Kiffin
but
QBs.
Jackson Dart, I think, was kind of judged as like, oh, that's a Lane product.
Well, I don't know if Jackson Dart would have been a first-round pick if, A, the Giants hadn't been so desperate, and 2, this quarterback class was not very good this year.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Lane, I think Jackson Dart had no Heisman buzz because I think they're like, oh, well, he's running the Lane offense, which is really quarterback-friendly. That's everything. But there's just so many Heisman invites coming out of the SEC. Like, you got to seriously consider Garrett Nussmeier. He's going to put up big numbers. You got to seriously consider Arch Manning. He's going to on the best team in the country, arguably. You got to John Mateer is just going to blow everybody away. The Washington State transfer, the next Cam Ward at Oklahoma. Like, I don't know, how are you going to break into that group? And DJ Lagway, how many quarterbacks are going to New York? I mean, you can't discount. John Mateer is amazing. So the whole thing, I was like, yeah, you're right. There's so many quarterbacks here, but he's going to have to beat Arch out. Like, Arch is on Texas.
Listen, we already said Arch, the expectations are so high for Arch Manning. It's almost like he's in an impossible situation if he doesn't have a perfect season. This is nobody, I don't think a lot of people know about this guy.
They know Lenora Sellers, too. He's a possible number one pick in the SEC. People know him because that one drive.
Yep.
I just think, like, if you had to bet on somebody to go to New York, like, you can't ignore those other guys. It's almost like a logjam.
Keep the tape, Manny. Clip it. Keep the tape. Put everything behind Austin Simmons.
Show bet that 2 SEC quarterbacks go, and one of them is, and they're not Austin Simmons. You could be totally right. Like, I love it. But I think this is is quarterback heaven right now.
I'm never eating that tuna fish jelly thing ever again. I just want to state that for the record.
Well, how about Mateer versus Simmons?
Okay. I mean, it's a pretty big step. It's a bit of a step up in weight class, you realize, even for Mateer, who's going to be going from Washington State now to the SEC.
Oh, yeah. I'm well aware.
Okay. And I love it because we both love Jim Nagy.
Yeah.
More your friend, but I love him too. I've become friends with him by association with you. And he's the GM now at Oklahoma. So Brent Venables on the hot seat. No, but this is a big season for Oklahoma.
Yeah, no, I know. I just like something about this path of going from the transfer portal feels like. And by the way, Garrett Nussmeier, I was thinking about Garrett Nussmeier, like a Heisman favorite among a lot of people.
Older guy.
Doesn't he feel Bo Nix? Not because he plays like Bo Nix, but Bo Nix was kind of average, kind of and then boom, took off his senior year. I think that Garrett Nussmeier could also be huge. Like, this is crazy. If you actually sit and write the names of the quarterbacks down in the SEC. We were debating earlier in the week, ACC versus, it doesn't even seem like there's any conference that can compete with them. But maybe am I just overrating quarterbacks? Is that what's happening here?
Well, there are other guys who I think are going to be in the conversation for best college quarterback. So we mentioned Cade Klubnik, who's obviously in the ACC.
Yeah.
Drew Aller from Penn State. They actually have some good receivers now, which they really didn't last year. Sam Leavitt, who took everyone by surprise last year with Arizona State. Kevin Jennings, who I know you love from SMU.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing Josh Hoover is a guy who's getting a lot of buzz, at least from the Athletic.
That makes no sense.
He is ranked 9th in their quarterback rankings.
Well,
he's a quarterback from TCU.
But the difference is these SEC guys are, like you were mentioning Austin Simmons, you're describing an NFL player.
I am.
Whereas I don't think Hoover is in that conversation. He's tiny, I think. So generally, like we just named about 6 first-round picks in the SEC talent-wise. Drew Aller and Cade Klubnik fit that. But Sam Leavitt, I'm not sure. This feels like the fact that Arch Manning is not clearly the top quarterback, that's crazy to me. He's going to be, first of all, he's going to be amazing. I think he's great. He can run. He's like Eli with wheels.
888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. Who do you think is going to be the best quarterback in college football this upcoming season? Before we get to our nicknames, the Maggie and Perloff search for the greatest sports nickname of all time. We have another region to reveal and open the voting next. But Dave's in Seattle wants to talk about Caitlin Clark, who unfortunately is not going to be participating in All-Star Weekend. What's up, Dave?
Hey, really enjoy your show. Morning.
Thank you.
A couple quick thoughts for Caitlin. Stick with it. Your tide is going to raise a lot of ships. It's not your fault, Caitlin, that you're blazing a trail through land and soil that is built on a lot of slavery and stolen land. Stick with it. Additionally, sometimes you guys talk about people being tall or short, and as that relates to Caitlin, I can say this. I'm 5'3" tall. It's easier for me to hide than it is for Caitlin to hide when she goes anywhere.
Dave, thank you. And I'm sure Caitlin would appreciate that pep talk. We were talking about that went an interesting direction. We're talking about her mental. The mental side of not just being hurt, really for the first time in her career that she's missed games, but also the weight that's on her shoulders, because I was looking at some of the articles coming out, and her coach and teammates were just only talking about her mental health and how, if she can go outside for a few minutes and walk around, then that's a good day. And like just the expectations now that are on her. And don't forget, she already had a stalker that showed up to her house. And, she's kind of going through it. And she's not the only one. We know Angel Reese also was getting death threats and people coming up to her and in person saying horrible things. But Caitlin obviously is, is also dealing with the injury, which compounds things.
Well, I think that caller had a good point. She's 6'1", and we think she looks normal size on the WNBA court, if not smallish. In real life, if you probably saw a 6'1" person, it's pretty tall. Mm-hmm. So she can't hide. That's actually an interesting point. I also heard one thing I noticed, like I watched her last game, the shots she takes are really hard. Like the defense is all over her. I heard the coach say, we have to scheme her open more. That's a big factor. Like her shooting percentage is terrible, but she's trying to get, go off 2 dribbles to the left and take a fadeaway 6 feet beyond the 3-point line. I think the defense is way step up, and that's another problem. Actually, I think an issue, not forget the mental side, is she going to be able to keep this rocket ship going as a star? Is she going to be the best player? I feel like the public wants her to be, but man, it's not that easy.
No, we detailed, I think over her last 10 games, she's shooting 26% from 3. I mean, it's just been it's been a desert.
Her shot selection, it's not her fault. She's not getting good looks. Their coach said that, we got to figure out a way, but I don't know. The problem is the defenses don't want to get beat by Caitlin Clark. I think that's all part of the mix.
888-710-4ISN. Let's get to the Maggie and Perloff greatest nickname in sports bracket.
64 nicknames were entered, but only one will win. It's Maggie and Perloff's search for the greatest nickname in sports.
Loving it so far. Loving it. 2 regions open for voting yesterday. We're about to open 2 more. And let's go with the Tough Guys and Enforcers region, Pearl. Greatest nickname of all time. The 1 seed in this region is Mean Joe Green.
See you around. That's the way it should be. I like to see the whole world is smiling with me. Coca-Cola as life. Have a Coke and thanks, Mean Joe. Smile.
If you don't know that could maybe one of the top 5 most famous commercials of all time, not just sports, right? That was but thanks, Mean Joe.
That was Apple, right? That was an Apple commercial.
Yeah. So happy.
But the funny thing too is if you watch NFL films, he was a psycho, Mean Joe Green, and then he came in this commercial and gave a Coke to a kid and changed everything.
The number 1 seed in this region, Mean Joe Green, this is a doozy, faces off against the 16 seed, Mr. Hockey, Gordie Howe. Okay, let's move on. The 8th seed in this region is the Big Unit. Randy Johnson, we're looking for the greatest nickname of all time. The 8-9 matchup, the 9th seed is the Bus, Jerome Bettis.
Ooh, that's a good one. Iconic nicknames.
Very tough. 5 seed in this region, Sweetness, Walter Payton.
Once you put wisdom with will on top of talent, you get what you call sweetness.
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 Sweetness. Sweetness.
Give to Payton, and they give to Walter again. Hurdles over the right side and gets this one, touchdown.
The 5th seed, Sweetness, Walter Payton, in the Maggie Perloff nickname bracket, is up against the 12 seed, The Glove, Gary Payton, who's gotten also a lot of attention around this show.
We've gotten a lot of tweets about Sweetness.
We did.
Yeah, I got actually a mad note from a journalist in Chicago because I put out one bracket. And he's like, where's Sweetness? I'm like, this is one bracket.
Yeah, we got the whole other side.
There's 4 regions, dude.
Corvallis. Hold on tight. The 4 seed in the Tough Guys and Enforcers region of the Maggie and Perloff nickname bracket is Iron Mike Tyson.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
Legacy doesn't mean nothing.
The always understated Iron Mike Tyson is the 4 seed. The 13 seed that he'll be facing off against is the Admiral. Hello. The Admiral, David Robinson, maybe one of the
Very
nicest.
admirable.
Maybe one of the nicest guys in sports.
Yeah.
Going up against Mike Tyson, one of the most.
Yeah, that's an interesting battle right there.
Polarizing or whatever, ferocious guy. Okay, 6 seed in this region. Crazy Legs, Elroy Hirsch, up against the 11 seed, the Rocket, Roger Clemens. Now, there's a couple Rockets.
Yeah.
We know Rocket Richard, but we went with Clemens.
Rocket Ishmael.
And that's 11. We could have gone
That's
with Rocket.
baseball.
Yeah, I actually would say Rocket Ishmael because you don't know. I don't think people know his real name. It's Rahib, right? Like
Rocket.
Yeah, because where Roger Clemens to me, I don't know that one. Like I saw the Rocket, I didn't immediately. Clemens doesn't immediately come to mind, but this is a strong trio right there. They might win the whole thing because that's 3 Hall of Famers, 1 college football Hall of Fame.
Right. Who do you think of when you think of Rocket?
I think of Rocket Ishmael. Yeah,
I think
but
Clemens.
also too when I saw Rocket, Maurice Richard is.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think sometimes I think it's actually Rocket Richard is the first person I think of.
That's what I saw.
Because I don't know if I knew his first name.
I don't. That's exactly why.
Yeah. That's funny. Okay, well let's move on. So it's Crazy Legs Hirsch against the Rocket, Roger Clemens.
Can I just make a pitch for Crazy? If you Google Crazy Legs Hirsch, watch this guy's highlights, and now you'll understand why they called him Crazy Legs.
Yeah,
just this guy running along the sideline, his legs going everywhere, dominating. Elroy Hirsch, big-time Hall of Famer, great football player. That Crazy, I'm voting Crazy Legs. I'm putting him all the way through. I love that nickname.
College Football Hall of Fame and Pro Football Hall of Fame. The 3rd seed in the Tough Guys and Enforcers region. We couldn't do it without the Intimidator, Dale Earnhardt Sr., 14 seed that he matches up against the Hitman, Thomas Hearns. Okay, let's keep going. 7 seed in this region, Smokin' Joe Frazier, an all-boxing matchup against the 10 seed, Ray Boom Boom Mancini.
Down goes Anderson.
So you got Smokin' Joe against Boom Boom Mancini. And finally, the 2 seed in the Tough Guys and Enforcers region, the Minister of Defense, of course.
It began back in '85. In Philadelphia, White was a sack machine, the Minister of Defense. And on Sundays, his sermon never changed. The quest for the Super Bowl trophy.
If we're going to make it together. Father, I have an opportunity personally to finally win a championship, and we're on the road there. Yes, we are. Thank you, Father.
Reggie White there with the Minister of Defense. Great copy that they wrote on that. Against the 15 seed, we could not do this bracket without He Hate Me, Rod Smart. Didn't actually have the career, really, of a lot of these guys, but Rod Smart, He Hate Me. We wouldn't have been able to forgive ourselves if we didn't put him in our best nicknames ever bracket.
Famous
For some reason, the powers that be have cut Perloff's mic. You got to stop saying bad things about management, bro. Try it again. No, not back. All right, so we'll get that worked out. There you go. Voting now open for the Tough Guys and Enforcers region, the Maggie and Perloff nickname bracket. So go ahead at Maggie and Pearl on X and Maggie and Perloff on Instagram. You can see everything. The whole bracket is there, but now you can start voting on the Tough Guys and Enforcers. Okay, lots to do, including TJ Watt got paid. But what does it mean for Micah Parsons? Check in on the Dallas Cowboys next. It's M&P.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. .45 seconds remaining. .30 seconds remaining. .15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Welcome back, Maggie Perloff Show. All right, Maggie, explain to everybody why we were choosing to play the Cowboy Quickie music today.
Well, because T.J. Watt signed an extension in Pittsburgh, and that's just another of these linebackers, pass rushers, who have gotten paid this offseason, and it's been a parade of them. It started with Max Crosby, got $36.5 million. Then Danielle Hunter of the Texans also got $35.5. Then Myles Garrett comes in with $40 million. Then T.J. Watt now gets $41 million. We see where this trend is. Up, up, up. The Cowboys could have saved themselves some money. Stop me if you heard this before. Could have likely saved some money if they had just gotten a deal with Micah Parsons done sooner, but yet they dragged their feet once again. Another of these big linebackers comes off the board with a big money contract, and I don't know how close Parsons and the Joneses are on this contract.
Let me ask you a question, though.
Yeah.
Micah Parsons is probably asking for more money than T.J. Watt took, right? And I'm only saying that because Micah Parsons is much younger than T.J. Watt, so he's probably asking Jerry Jones for more money than TJ. He probably would not have taken the TJ Watt deal. That's what I'm going to imagine. He probably wants. He's like, I'm 26. TJ Watt probably took a skunch of a discount because he knows, as far as like the length of the deal, because he knows, listen, I'm 30. I'm not going to be here for 5 years. Right. Yeah. I think Micah Parsons, if the Cowboys had come in yesterday before TJ Watt signed and said, we'll give you this contract, I don't think Micah Parsons takes it. So he can give them a little bit of a break on that.
Maybe.
He probably is asking for the moon.
But there's more guys who still have to sign. Like, this could keep going up. Aiden Hutchinson can sign if he wants. He's come off injury. It's a little different. And Trey Hendrickson, obviously, is very upset. Now he's a little bit older.
Wow, Trey Hendrickson's not getting that money.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, you have this, like, off season where you know it's kind of going to be the off season of pass rushing contracts. Like last year felt like it was about wide receiver contracts. And now you're just kind of dragging your feet. I don't know how far apart they are. And Jerry Jones has this, like, kind of becoming famous now saying of, I'd rather spend more money and be right than spend less money and be wrong. And, like, it's just one of those Jerryisms that I don't really understand. But
well, I mean, I think Jerry's taking a lot of heat for this one. But the reality is, I'll bet you Micah is going in there asking for 45 or something crazy.
Well, they already came out and said we're going to make them the highest paid non-quarterback. So they've painted themselves in a bit of a corner now.
Yeah. I mean, listen, of course it's a mistake. It's team building. But that being said, I don't think it's quite as easy as everyone says. I'll bet you he's really asking for a lot of money. And you know it's going to get done on August 26th anyway.
No, their season starts September 4th. I think it probably gets done on, like, September 3rd.
Well, it's an early year. Okay, well, I was just because it's an early start to the season.
Yeah.
I think usually, like, the last day of August is their sweet spot. When did they sign CD? Was it?
Well, they signed Dak the day of the game.
Yep.
That's your Cowboy Quickie. The day of the opener against the Browns, right, is when they finally came through with the Dak contract. And that's the one you really regret because it's $60 million. That could have gotten taken care of a lot.
Last year they did CD on August 26th. So I feel like I think we're nitpicking. The point is he'll do it way too late.
Well, and he's going to go to Oxnard, he said. He's already got his house rented and all that, but he's likely not going to participate in anything.
Did Lamb practice last year?
No. He was away from the team, too. He was in Florida, I believe, while they were all in Dallas/Oxnard. So Micah said he's going to go to training camp, but why would you suit up? That'd be so silly. Anyone who's around him at that time who tells him to participate should be fired immediately.
If that's the case, then he can't hold out till September 2nd if he's not practicing at all. Because that'd be rough.
I'm just saying, we see hold-ins all the time. It'd be like a hold-in.
Till September 3rd?
Well, that's the Cowboys' fault, too.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I don't think Micah Parsons doesn't want to do that either. Like, he doesn't want to have no camp and then just fly out there in week one.
888-710-4ISN. Open up the season against your Eagles. 888-710-4476. So that's just a little of what's going on around the NFL. Peter Schwartz in today to get us caught up on everything else.
Oh, good morning. And who says you can't go home again? 9-time NBA All-Star Damian Lillard has reportedly agreed to a 3-year, $42 million deal to come back to the Blazers. The deal includes a player option for 27-28, a no-trade clause. Lillard will use the upcoming season to rehab his Achilles injury. He spent 11 seasons with the Blazers before being traded to the Bucks in 2023. WNBA, more than 40 players, including Caitlin Clark, Paige Beckers, and Angel Reese, on hand yesterday for a meeting with the Players Association and the league to discuss a new CBA. It was the first in-person meeting since December. It lasted a couple of hours. It ended without a new deal. Speaking of Caitlin Clark, she will not participate in the All-Star festivities this weekend in Indiana. She's dealing with a right groin injury. Here's Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham on life for the Fever without Caitlin Clark.
We'd love to have her. I think we all know that when she's playing, it's a whole different team. And then when she's not playing, we're a whole nother squad. So it's adjusting, but I think that we've seen both sides and we're confident in both sides.
And without her, they got wiped out by the Liberty the other night in Brooklyn. Fever head coach Yes, sir. Fever head coach Stephanie White said Clark is day to day. Now to football, NFLPA Executive Director Lloyd Howell Jr. resigned late last night after a 2-year run as leader of the union. There have been some reports that the FBI was investigating the financial dealings of both The NFLPA and the Major League Baseball Players Association. It's related to a multi-billion-dollar group licensing firm. Howell said it's clear his leadership has become a major distraction.
Yeah, it's funny because we don't talk about the baseball side of this, but during the All-Star break, Tony Clark, who's the head of the MLB Players Union, he's been in that role for a long time. Even he would not confirm or deny whether he's being investigated by the FBI. Like, that is never a position you want to be in. Because if I'm not being investigated by the FBI, I'm shouting that from the rooftops. So I don't ever want that to be a no comment.
Howell hopes his resignation will allow the Players Association to maintain its focus on its player members ahead of the upcoming season. Also from the NFL, the Steelers reportedly make linebacker T.J. Watt the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. It's a whopping 3-year, $123 million deal that includes $108 million fully guaranteed at signing. It's an annual average value of $41 million a year. He leads the NFL over the last 5 seasons with 73.5 sacks. So a lot of big bucks there for T.J. Watt. Veteran wide receiver Mike Williams had returned to the Chargers back in March, but he announced his retirement yesterday after 8 NFL seasons with the Bolts, the Jets, and the Steelers.
Did you hear the thing about Justin Herbert? I just want to double check this because I'd heard it, but I never. He's wearing new contact lenses that are going to work as like sunglasses. Like his vision is fine.
Yeah, the UV protected. I did see that. I actually, but there's also another headline, by the way. Did you see that Justin Herbert wore special contacts and made him look like a vampire? I don't know if that was true. And him and his friend went out to the bar with that. I swear to God, I might have gotten the two headlines confused.
So apparently, according to Chris Rim of ESPN, it's Herbert's choice of contact lenses that are responsible for that noticeable change. There's like his blue eyes were red, like you said about a vampire.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
and
this actually had a real
squint as much.
So him and Dicker the kicker went out to the bars.
Look out, ladies!
Justin Herbert and Cameron Dicker out in the bars of L.A.
Sorry, it was dinner. Cameron Dicker told Colin Cowherd, "We looked like we were vampires." Dicker said, adding that initially people didn't recognize him. We were like, "This is incredible." So they had red. I don't know why they're wearing them indoors, but apparently these make you look amazing.
Wow. Maybe
I didn't know there was an actual reason for it. I thought they just were like dressing up like Halloween and going out to because I saw that headline first.
That would really confuse people. Although I did see my first Halloween decorations because I had to go to Home Goods the other day.
Why?
Do you think? By the way, do you think you would recognize 6'6" Justin Herbert in a bar if he had different contacts on?
No.
Like Cameron Dicker's like people didn't recognize him. That's what he said.
It's not exactly a wig and glasses.
I know.
It's still Justin Herbert.
Yeah, this gigantic man.
So I guess he's not really into wearing a visor. He doesn't want to do that. And he began wearing prescription contacts for sensitive eyes.
No drip.
And expects to wear them all season long.
What do you mean you don't like wearing a visor?
He also doesn't know if it's actually within the league rules to do this. But
QBs who wear visors are so cool. Justin Herbert just became very uncool.
Michael Vick is the one I'm thinking of, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll find out soon enough if it's illegal or not.
I'm like 75% sure the reason why Zach Wilson sucked in the NFL because he didn't wear his visor like he did in college.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's a good point.
Why wouldn't he?
I don't know.
It looked like he couldn't see the broadside
I think
of a
it's a
barn.
marketing thing. A lot of quarterbacks that wore visors in college don't wear them in the NFL, and it annoys the hell out of me.
I think Jalen Hurts has a visor. He looks good.
Yeah, he looks great. That's why he's a Super Bowl champion.
What are you guys talking about? Like when? You mean
Quarterbacks who
during
wear
camp?
visors. No, during the game.
Quarterback drip. We're talking about quarterback drip.
On the sideline, you're talking about.
No, playing.
No, on the helmet.
Like Michael Vick.
I thought you were talking about like a
Show.
visor, like the hat that has the thing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Pearl.
you're talking about.
No, not a Doug Peterson.
I never. Okay.
Golf visor.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I thought you guys were talking about Doug Peterson visors. That's exactly.
Yeah, why does he wear that Phil Mickelson visor when he's out there taking snaps on third and
because
long?
you know what? I'm in training camp mode, and you're hanging out a lot in the sun. I thought you guys were talking about visors. I'm so sorry.
Where's
I
a
totally
visor
missed
in
it.
2025?
Steve Spurrier.
Oh no, NFL guys at camp wear a lot of visors. That's a thing.
Okay,
Lane
Spike
Kiffin.
Eskin,
But now they all wear
under the age of 40.
Now they wear bucket hats, right?
Yeah, bucket hat's a thing.
But no, quarterbacks famously wear
safari
the
hats.
golf visors too. Doug Peterson, that's a quarterback thing too. They all wear visors.
Again, Doug Peterson was a quarterback in the NFL like 25, 30 years ago.
Yeah. I don't
Visors
think
aren't
guys
cool.
wear
The
them
visors
now.
have had a comeback, I thought.
Visors
cool
were in
visors.
for like 6 months, and then they're back out. Nobody wears visors
Oh,
anymore.
they were, but they were.
They had a quick little 6-month stretch where they
Dude,
just were
I think
playing good
I
baseball.
think a lot of bros wear visors.
I think you're wrong, bro.
No, I mean,
Full question, EJ.
when was this? When was the flurry of visors?
If I had to guesstimate,
2019.
2019,
Something
yeah.
like that. Pre-pandemic.
Oh, definitely pre-pandemic. Indubitably.
Anyway, the actual visors like that Michael Vick wore.
The ones that matter.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
No, I don't understand. I think it'd be really hard to see out of those things. I always thought, like, God, it's hard enough to see out of a helmet. When you run in a helmet, it's like, I don't understand how, I would be like Justin Herbert. I do not want that interference.
But if you're squinting all the time, it'd be
Yeah, but
relief.
you don't know what it looks clearer looking out of it than it does in. Like, it looks like Darth Vader from the outside, but it's kind of like tinted windows on your car. You could see out of them fine. It's
Or
people can't see.
sunglasses. Aren't they just basically football sunglasses?
Lamar Jackson wears a visor, multiple-time MVP.
Look at that.
That's true.
Josh Allen, get a visor.
Well, the sun doesn't shine in Buffalo, so it doesn't have to worry about it.
You can get a clear one.
I can say that because I'm from up there.
If the CEO had worn a visor, nobody would have recognized him.
The CEO getting more strays. The guy who got caught with the woman at the Coldplay concert.
Bro,
Know who
what
else-
are you doing here?
You know who else wore a visor? Cole Brennan, Hawaii legend. Most touchdowns ever thrown in the season. Wore a
Rest in
visor.
peace.
Just
Rest in
saying.
peace.
And you'd need that if you're the quarterback for Hawaii. Not so much when you're the quarterback for Buffalo.
But again,
Hey, he was playing a lot of night games, and he was still wearing the visor.
well, again, Colt Brennan was a quarterback in 2007, guys.
No, I mean the visor, not the.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank God.
Oh, come on. We're on the same page here.
the only show in the history of the world to ever get these two visors confused. What else you got, Peter?
Your
Really?
Bills
I
reach
feel like-
agreement.
But I have to say right now, I'm sure a lot of people in the audience are right with me on this one.
No, they could pick up the context clues when we're talking about Justin Herbert wearing contact lenses when I said that he doesn't want to wear the tinted visor was untenable.
I didn't hear tinted. Sorry.
Your Bills reach agreement with second-round pick T.J. Sanders on a 4-year deal worth over $10 million.
Yep.
By the way, I would have gone with this headline if I were you. I find this totally fascinating. It's a kind of a dad joke. But have you guys seen Harris English is making a big run at the Open?
I did see that.
He's an American named Harris English who could win the British Open. Is anybody with me in how amazing that would be?
It's in
A guy
Scotland.
named English winning the British Open, and he's not even from there.
Are you
Nobody?
fond of that?
Nobody?
I guess.
Gio was excited with me this morning from Boomer and Gio. This would be, if he's right now fourth on lead. If he somehow came away with this, oh my God. There would be dad joke
He's
central.
5 under, tied with Terrell Hatton at 5 under, Brian Harmon and Rasmus Haggard 6 under.
A guy named Harris English winning the British Open? This doesn't do anything for any of you guys? Nothing?
Not really. Is this like someone named like Bill Augusta winning the PGA?
Well, that would be even more amazing.
That should be interesting.
No. I mean, I don't know. Like a guy, what if a guy named Larry Wimbledon won Wimbledon and he's not even English? Yeah, okay, fine. I'll be alone on this
You
island.
could be
here.
alone. That's it.
Put any money down on him?
No.
You love betting on golf.
Yeah, I don't know. The Open Championships are so wild. Like any rando could win this thing.
How come they don't call it the British Open anymore?
Because it's not always in Great Britain, right?
But it used to be always called the British Open,
Maybe
right?
it is always in Great Britain. I have to double check, I guess. It was always the British Open. I have no idea.
Yeah. Why?
No, it's
I think it's always been called the Open Championship, and we just call it the British
We just
Open.
called it the British Open.
No,
but then
yeah,
people told us to stop calling it the British Open.
Yeah, it used to be the British Open.
Oh, okay. I thought they always called it over there the Open
Is
Championship.
there any chance that Brexit has a part into the removal of British Open?
It's either
Because sometimes it's not in England. Sometimes it's in other parts of the
Great
UK,
Britain is
Great
more
Britain,
than more than just England. But either Manny, you are either 100% right or 100% wrong.
I
There's
think I'm
no
100%,
middle.
I think I'm 100%.
I think
right.
they've always
Of course you
called. My sense is they've always called it the Open Championship there, and we've always called it the British Open to
Probably
make it
not wrong.
clear that it wasn't the U.S. Open. But Manny, what you're saying is they changed the name midway. I don't think you're right on that one.
I bet I am.
I'm going to research that.
I'm trying to do it now, but I'm only getting AI overview, and I don't trust that at all.
AI Overview yesterday told us who's Gary Payton's son?
Jared Payton.
Miami Hurricane great, by the way.
Walter, AI
Unless he's-
Overview
by the
told
way-
us Gary Payton was the father of Jarrett Payton, which is not true.
I woke up in the middle of the night with a little bit of panic. What if Gary does have a son named Jared? Because it's not that crazy of a name.
No, but he's had his son, Gary Payton II. We know him.
I actually looked up this morning. He's got, I think, 4 kids. None of them are named Jared that I could find.
Phew.
No, I'm like, well, what if I came after AI and I was wrong? That'd be bad.
It's going to come after you. That's when things would get interesting.
According to Britannica, it looks like it was always the Open Championship.
Okay, we put British on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
British Open is widely understood and accepted terms for the tournament.
I don't know. Brexit still had something to do with it. I don't
know, man.
I don't trust your sources.
Let's talk a little about the Chiefs, shall we? We'll do that next because we got a little clarity on what is the future for RasheeRice, the legal future. We'll do that next.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. 45 seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. Seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Found out today that men can't admit they like Coldplay, according to Perloff.
Some men can. I mean, that's an old joke, right? Like, you saw the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Mm-hmm. I did.
Yeah, but also, too, like, there's something about Coldplay. Chris Martin, the lead singer, was married to Gwyneth Paltrow. It's not like punk
Masculine
rock. Yeah,
enough?
it's not like, or, you know.
Like going to see Metallica?
Yeah,
you
like,
don't have to lean into those
take
gender
Metallica and
stereotypes.
well, yeah, you know what I mean. Back in my day, like, it was like sort of post-punk rock, like hard rock. Like, Coldplay is not that.
Okay, so we had a former boss, Spike Eskin. We talk about him a lot on the show because he's a good friend, too. He's now doing afternoons in WIP in Philadelphia.
I've never seen the true face of a coward.
Yeah, that's something Spike would say. He and another guy friend went to go see John Mayer together.
Yeah, well, John Mayer's popular because of the connection to the Grateful Dead.
Right. This was not a Dead show, though. This was John Mayer had an album out.
But the funny thing is, Spike is
he didn't care.
Spike Eskin is a huge Limp Bizkit fan.
Mm-hmm.
And have you ever seen the documentary on the 1999 Woodstock?
I have.
Which was the ultimate. It was Tool and Limp Bizkit. It was the ultimate sort of young male concert. It kind of went awry. It
Like devolved
Coldplay,
into chaos.
Like, I couldn't picture that audience like in Coldplay. That's what I'm talking about. Like a young.
What about John Mayer? Because he's kind of
definitely not
the Grateful Dead part of it for John Mayer.
Yeah.
But he's like a chick. You know, he's like doing the love songs and all that.
Yeah, and he's famously dating beautiful women.
Sure.
No.
But I think it's also when it comes to music, can't you just like who you like?
Not really. No, you have to. When you're a young, I recently read a book about the Beastie Boys, right?
Yep.
And the lead singer loved the band Psychedelic Furs, who wrote the song "Pretty in Pink." You know that one? It's from the movie Pretty in Pink. He's like, I couldn't listen to it in public. I had to listen to because none of my guy friends could know I was listening to the Psychedelic Furs, and that was a pretty hardcore band. And he's like, that's just not hard enough.
Okay, so you know what? You're giving me a little more appreciation then for Kirk Cousins. And I don't generally say that kind of thing, but we are watching the show Quarterback on Netflix, and Kirk Cousins and his brother unapologetically belting out Cher.
Well, that was the whole point. Like,
God.
That was the whole point of the Kirk Cousins sketch. That was all manufactured to prove, like, hey, I like these bands, and no man would admit to liking. Right.
Right.
Can you guys please stop? Yeah, me too, girl. I was saying the exact same thing.
The kid was like, please stop. Every kid wants their parents to stop singing.
He was talking about White Girl Wednesday.
Madonna.
Celine Dion.
Katy Perry.
Yeah,
stuff
that
like
was a bit. And obviously, no, like.
I don't think it's a bit.
No, I think that's Kirk Cousins. I think that's what Kirk Cousins is listening to on a daily basis.
But the
they
documentary.
knew every word. They were getting into like the third verse of Cher's "Do You Believe in Life After Love?" Yeah.
Right, but the documentary kept coming back to Kirk Cousins liking corny music. There was at least 6 different scenes with.
That's fine, but I don't think you and I are.
No, it's not a bit. He's genuinely like that.
I don't think it's a bit.
But the documentary focused more on Kirk Cousins' musical taste. Like, whenever some bad song came over at training camp, the cameras ran over like, Kirk, pretend to love this or whatever. You don't think that was kind of manufactured?
I don't think they'd egg him on. I think he listens to Cher.
Oh, he definitely does, but
right. So at least he can admit it to an audience of millions.
But wait, if you were if you were single again, way back in the day, and you were in a bar and you were hanging out at the jukebox with a guy, and he's like, "Well, let's play Coldplay," you wouldn't judge him for that?
No.
That's the kind of music you play for a girl.
Yeah.
That's not the music I play for you. If I was hanging out with you at the bar, I'm not gonna play Coldplay.
If you and EJ were hanging around the jukebox.
If I was hanging out with, Andrea doesn't. I don't think she cares about Coldplay. But if I was like we're in the car with Andrea, I would throw on Coldplay.
Give me EJ. Help me out. What's the rap version of this? Like, who's the pop rap
come on.
version you wouldn't want to admit to listening to growing up?
Like Pitbull.
Combination.
Or like he's saying Drake. There's a lot of people who like Drake. Yeah, like a Pitbull, or like there was a time like Will Smith post Fresh Prince era.
Got it. Right.
Yeah, that's a big one. Like if you're saying, oh yeah,
poppy, it's clean.
Yeah, I like her. I ironically listen to Will Smith.
Yeah, like if you went to your friend and said, "Let's get jiggy with it," he would look at you sideways.
Like let's throw on that Millennium album.
Yeah. Exactly. But actually, I would say
Will jiggy with it. It did not age well. It's a time capsule to say that.
Will Smith's closer to Celine Dion than Coldplay. I'm sorry. Like he got really poppy. He was already like a massive movie star when he came out with half these songs.
Yeah, throwing on Wild Wild West.
Well, that was his theme song for a movie, right?
Yeah, it was on his album too.
Early Will Smith with DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Fresh Prince, you're good. If you're playing Will Smith, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, that's true. It's perfect.
Playing Summertime, like, oh yeah, that's a great song.
By the way, he does a couple TikToks now. That guy can dance, though.
Will's obviously.
Yeah,
he's everything. He's a quadruple threat. It's just also a threat to Chris Rock.
Yeah, I was going to say, the story is, if you don't mention Chris Rock in the Will Smith discussion, then you're not right.
Guy could win 1 million Oscars from now to Kingdom Come. It will be the first line.
Yep.
He slapped that guy in the face. We all watched it. Okay, greatest nicknames in sports. Let's go.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining.
Perk your ears up, my man. Perk your ears up. I'm a little older, but my swing is the same. Ask the ladies, the females, and all the dames. Here's some medication, Kaplan. I think you're going insane. I'll treat you like little shop of horrors. Feed me, Seymour. You're easy to consume. Kronos and Zeus get nervous when I enter the room. I pull a full court press. Have the papers reading Andrew Kaplan. May he rest. I take low-brow, low-budget AI using rappers and send them to the deepest, darkest depths. I don't need AI to have my back. I'm a north side cat with 5 dudes tact. At this age, I'm trying to chill and relax and just lay back with senoritas and margaritas, but I can come out of retirement for one more sack. Slow down. You're not the head of the class. That AI scoring got you thinking you're moving to the head of the class. I'm the king of the ring. I see you pull the muscle, you're not running too fast. And you done messed around and got big friendly on your...
No AI there.
All right, friendly.
Now I'm willing to squash it now, Cap. I know you're sitting back with your little fingers typing and getting all intricate, baby. But hey, big friendly...
3 minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. Forty-five seconds remaining. Thirty seconds remaining. Fifteen seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Maggie and Perloff on the Infinity Sports Network.
Perloff and I do not agree about one NFL team and the expectations for this season. Welcome to the show. Maggie Gray, Andrew Perloff. And that team would be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Signed TJ Watt to another record contract. He is now the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. Stop me if you've heard that, because it's happened like 6 times this offseason, mostly with linebackers and pass rushers. And TJ Watt's the latest, so that's all to bed. No more outstanding issues as far as we're concerned with the Steelers. They finally got the quarterback, made some big trades. DK Metcalf was one of them. Bringing Jalen Ramsey in was another, Jonnu Smith. Now they've got TJ Watt signed, and I think they are looking at themselves as a Super Bowl contender.
I mean, it's funny because we talk about expectations a lot. Most teams who have expectations, like, why would you even have expectations? We know, everyone knows the Steelers are going 10-7. That's just fact, Maggie. I don't know why you're talking Super Bowl and getting them excited that this is going to be different when we've had this discussion before. Nothing ever changes under Mike Tomlin.
Listen, I understand that the NFL is a little more like the 1s and 2 seeds are the most likely to make it to the Super Bowl. But we did see the Washington Commanders, I don't say come out of nowhere, but pull some pretty big upsets, at least to get to the NFC Championship game, be on the doorstep of the Super Bowl. And you're saying 10-7, that's going to get you into the playoffs in the AFC, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you're in the tournament now. And I know that the Steelers haven't won a playoff game in 8 years. I'm aware of that. But I think they believe with Aaron Rodgers, now he's off the Achilles. We can't say coming off the Achilles anymore because he's had one entire season in between that injury. Now, his age, that's not going anywhere. He's still in his 40s.
It's getting worse.
Getting worse. Everyone gets older, as we unfortunately know. But this feels like the amount of moves that they've done feel like all in. If you are going to be like rebuilding, breaking it down, trying to retool for the future, then you don't bring in Rodgers, you don't re-sign TJ Watt, you don't make a trade for DK Metcalf and then pay him all that money. You don't bring Jalen Ramsey in. Like, these are the type of move your chips to the middle of the table signal, at least, that you give to the outside world. Like, hey, we've got these veterans and we want to go for it.
Well, I mean, to me, they say more status quo because re-signing TJ Watt and not letting him go, that's status quo. Aaron Rodgers feels like another version of bringing in Russell Wilson last year, a cheap veteran quarterback. And by the way, Aaron Rodgers, when he was the number 1 seed and won 14 games in Green Bay, couldn't win a playoff game. Now he's going to go 10-7 and take the Steelers all the way.
Better defense.
Well, last year they weren't. I mean, last year Pittsburgh's defense kind of fell apart at the end.
No, but I think they are going to be a lot better this year.
I mean,
if they stay healthy, they're better.
They were a strong number 1 seed and lost 13-7 to San Francisco and Lambeau. Like, Rodgers couldn't get through with a great Green Bay team. I don't know. They think that he's going to break through. I mean, that's why the Steelers are so low in odds. Also, it's the AFC. How are the Steelers? Can you even imagine them beating Buffalo, Baltimore, and Kansas City, or some combo of them in the playoffs? I can't see it. And this idea that Aaron Rodgers is going to be the old Aaron Rodgers, listen, Jets fans know that seems like a fantasy.
Well, but Jets fans, you didn't even really get a chance to see it. That thing failed before it could even get going because he tore his Achilles 4 snaps into his Jets career, and then, to be honest, like rushed back, I think. And we even say he was limping around the first half of the season. And then by the time the second half came around, his counting stats actually aren't very bad. Now you watch it and it's like, well, this team was going nowhere. They fired the coach. They fired the GM. This is none of that. I think we really have to be fair here to Rodgers, which I know he's a polarizing guy, but let's be fair to him football-wise. He's walking into a way different situation than with the Jets. So I think they're signaling that they're going for it at 888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. You're welcome to give your opinion about that.
I saw a meme that I think summed up the whole situation. Are you aware of this CEO who was caught on camera?
How could I not be? This thing is bashing us all over the head. If you're on social media at all, this thing went so super viral. Do you want to explain what it was?
So a CEO of a company was basically caught at a Coldplay concert canoodling with, turns out to be the head of HR for his company.
Good word.
Perfect word. They're not kissing. They're just kind of holding each other, swaying to the music. It's
Coldplay.
A classic canoodle.
I use that same word.
The lead singer of Coldplay, Chris Martin, said they're either having an affair or really shy. Turns out it seems like they were having an affair.
Right, because the camera came on them and they scattered like cockroaches.
Yeah. So I saw a meme this morning where the male is a Pittsburgh Steelers logo and the female is a 10-7 season. The Steelers and Mike Tomlin love 10-7 more than anybody loves anything in the NFL. They just cannot try anything different. Even with Aaron Rodgers, he's going to hand the ball off in first and second down. He's got Arthur Smith. They're not going to use DK Metcalf the right way. Nothing is changing in Pittsburgh. I'm going to speak out for the frustrated Steeler fans. Nothing is changing despite all those changes you just said.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Can we pause on that for a second? And obviously, you can weigh in on the football. That's all good. But it's like privacy's gone, right? I mean, these guys got put on the Jumbotron, so that's a little bit different. And Chris Martin was like, either they're having an affair or they're very shy. And they acted so guilty, the couple. I mean, the camera comes on them. They see it, and it's like a trap door came out from underneath this guy and he just disappeared. And she ran away and covered her eyes. I mean, they look so guilty. But there's like a subgenre now of society that's always trying to catch people in affairs. Like, there's just no privacy anymore. And I think some people get they get outed when they're not actually having an affair. That happens, and your life is turned upside down.
Okay, so I'm not on this subgenre. I got to get into this. I didn't know.
I was actually reading about it online, and there is this like subgenre of people trying to catch the person sitting next to them on an airplane or something, like trying to look for these clues about people having affairs that just don't exist. Now,
I did not know about that.
I Frenched that
dangerous.
thing like I was in Paris.
That sounds really dangerous.
Kinda.
Yeah.
There's just no, like, this happened last night, and again, you're in a public place. You get called out by one of the big musicians of the world, Chris Martin.
Yeah.
But within seconds, had the guy's name, had her name, where they work. I mean, it didn't even take. Wasn't the concert 2 nights ago? And now this has 23 million views today.
Yeah, it's like the new Hawk Tua, the viral video. I mean, my timeline is 70% this, 28% the guy who farted at the British Open. Have you guys seen that, by the way? No. That is, oh my God.
Wait, I got to look that up.
I can't believe you didn't lead with that because you love those stories.
My husband said something to me yesterday that was so right on, where he said, to me, every fart joke that I hear, it's like the first time. That's how funny I still think these are.
That's why you love Caddyshack 2 so much.
Just all Mel Brooks in general and a lot of that silly
Get
comedy.
out of here. You like very immature comedy.
Yes,
all Mel Brooks. Caddyshack 2, Mel Brooks wouldn't even.
Come over here. I love you.
Oh my God. Nobody here saw that story?
Didn't tell us about it. No, I didn't see it. I'm bummed.
I didn't see that either.
feverishly looking for it.
So
Tell us about it.
I somewhat know that this is a thing because there's something in our system, but it's 44 seconds long of an audio. We'll have to cut that down. But yeah,
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought if you saw the CEO, then you saw the British Open guy letting it
I'm
rip.
sorry. There's a soundbite in our system that is about someone farting at the British Open, and it's 44 seconds long.
Yeah, it looks like CeeLo cut it. It says Scheffler fart. That's it.
Yeah, I think Scheffler is up at the tee. He didn't. It was a fan. Oh my God! I'm sorry. I thought you know that. It's got as many views as CEO. It's crazy. Went crazy viral.
All right. Well, now I gotta hear it. At 44 seconds is eons for a. The Gettysburg Address was 44 seconds. Like, this is eons for a soundbite.
We're working on producing that.
Well, no,
I
think you need the whole 44 setup thing because the setup is incredible because it's pure golf voice. Scheffler is lining up, and it's straight and it's going to be in the bunker.
Maggie, let me just tell you, EJ just let out an audible noise from over here of despair.
Not matching the soundbite.
It was more or less, he must have smelled it from where he was sitting because
I'm just going to say
the noise that he just made.
No, it's worth 44 seconds.
Let's just play the 44 seconds. It's, again, that's very long for radio soundbite purposes.
It's well worth it, Maggie.
All right, well, you guys are doing yeoman's work back there. Thank you. This is what good producing is. Finding a fart soundbite live on air.
What are you laughing about? There's so much to say about that shot. The sound off the clock face. Oh, it's extraordinary. Let's stick to the golf. Just a little bit of wind from behind. Just help to ease down the green.
You know what? You got to do the 44 second. The setup is even better.
No way.
You got to do the beginning because they're lining up the shot. This is such an intrusion into the British Open coverage because they're just talking in quiet tones.
And this is a great view of it here because so far above the green, downwind you can get onto this green, but Scheffler. What are you laughing about? There's so much to say about that shot. The sound off the clock face. Oh, it's extraordinary. Let's stick to the golf. Just a little bit of wind from behind.
I'm crying.
Good line.
Oh my God.
You guys have phones? How did you not get hit? How did you guys not get hit with this last night? I don't know.
Oh my God.
My whole feed was that CEO.
I know.
Yeah.
When you just, there's like, the funniest part to me is you hear the fart sound and the guy goes, He knows immediately.
You know, golf guys are trained to keep quiet and composed, and even this guy could keep it. It's amazing.
My makeup's like running down my face.
Be clear for the radio audience, that was not Scotty Scheffler. Scotty, which would have been an even bigger scandal than getting arrested in Louisville.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's even better that it's like proper British accents or Scottish accents.
Oh,
whatever.
it's perfect.
That's
it's perfect.
amazing.
It's a setup for Happy
Gilmore.
Gilmore.
Had to be for the mics to pick it up.
Oh my gosh, these mics are better than ever these days, but that has to be a rip.
I mean, it's not. People actually have trouble with this. You guys ever see when a guy picks up the phone at the grocery store? Did anyone ever see that?
No. They were starting. They fart into it.
Yeah, into the
That's
PA
like a movie
system.
bit I've seen.
Yeah, that's happened.
No, the funniest fart related thing that's ever existed is a clip of Leslie Nielsen from The Naked Gun.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Doing an interview to promote a movie, and he's got a fart machine.
Oh, God.
And didn't tell the guy interviewing him, and he's letting it go. It might be the funniest thing of all time.
Yeah, no, it's he famously carried around a fart machine,
Yes.
right?
It's so good. Anyway.
Drunko Sam in the chat says Masters Birds got nothing on the fart at the Open.
Oh gosh. All right, let's get to some nicknames.
From the fridge to the great one, it's Maggie and Perloff's search for the greatest nickname in sports.
Man, you guys are fantastic producers, by the way, so thank you for that. EJ and Manny. Okay.
Wait.
Well,
Shiloh cut it for them, and you guys didn't even know about it.
But we're asking for all of it on the fly. That was well done. Oh, man. Is there a fart-related nickname in sports that we're not aware of? Anyway, we are trying to find
the big gas. It's me after Chipotle.
I was going to say.
Mark
Stink, yeah.
But is that what it's from?
I think the guy just
because
reeks.
he went on the field? He would go on the field. That was his whole thing.
Oh, is that? I wasn't sure if it was that or BO. There was a big thing yesterday at SEC Media Days where an offensive lineman, I think for Alabama, said he has 170 bottles of cologne because he's like, if I'm a big man, big men have a reputation that you're going to be stinky and sweaty. And he's like, and I've got 170 bottles of cologne.
I saw that headline.
Yeah.
I didn't know why he had so much cologne. I thought he was a ladies' man.
Yeah, so Mark Schlereth was always stink, but I always thought maybe it's because he had
he used to
BO.
go on the field. He said I didn't use the bathroom.
Yikes.
Because I was already nervous. I was already anxious. I'm not going to hold it in.
What a wild man. Okay, let's get to the last region of the Maggie and Perloff greatest nickname of all time bracket, greatest sports nickname. It's all there for you at Maggie and Pearl on X and Maggie and Perloff on Instagram, but the voting will now be open for the Flash and Fun region, Pearl, where the number one seed in this region is Big Papi.
Bases loaded. 2 out. Hard hit into right. Back at the wall. Tie game. Big Papi. The grand slam.
Big Papi, David Ortiz goes up against the 16 seed in this region, the Snake, Ken Stabler. Great nickname. The 8th seed in this region is Johnny Football, Pearl, Johnny Manziel. And these 8-9 matchups have just been brutal in this bracket. Johnny Football goes up against the Fridge, William Refrigerator Perry. Could have been a 1 seed, I think, the Fridge.
Well, I thought Johnny Football was a sneaky chance to win it because he's so popular, but the Fridge is also a sneaky chance to win the whole thing because the Fridge was a cultural phenom. Both were cultural phenoms.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, but the truth is, they're not wrongly seeded. These are a lot of great nicknames.
Johnny Football against the Fridge. The 5th seed in the Flash and Fun region is Ocho Cinco. Chad Johnson really took it all the way because he legally changed his name to Chad Ocho Cinco.
I mean, it's
Ocho
Chad
Cinco from now on. Anybody that writes about whatever I say today, you call me Ocho Cinco. Do not say Chad.
So is that still a nickname?
Ocho Cinco is back.
Esteban Ocho Cinco
It's back. It's back. Yeah. The most interesting footballer in the world.
All right.
Okay?
If I get in the end zone, make sure you keep the camera on me.
Bro, you have a problem with Ocho Cinco.
Yeah, that's his name. It's not a nickname. That's his name.
But it's a nickname that he took to such a degrey that he legally changed his name because it's Chad Johnson, so he's clearly over the top.
I think we should put Chad Johnson as the nickname at this point. No, I know what you're saying, but it is funny that it's not even a nickname anymore.
It's Chad Ocho Cinco Johnson.
It's been years that we've been calling him this.
These matchups are insane. So that's a 5 seed, Ocho Cinco, against the 12 seed Beast Mode.
I'll see you my quesadilla.
So you got Ocho Cinco against Beast Mode. Good luck with that. The 4th seed in the Flash and Fun region, as we're trying to find the greatest sports nickname of all time, is the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal.
I didn't even know he could talk.
You know, Shaq's got so many nicknames, but Diesel is definitely the top of the list. So Shaq Diesel is a 4 seed. The 13 seed in this region is the Pillsbury Throwboy. Jared Lorenzen, may he rest in peace, was also
Super Bowl champion.
The hefty lefty, but we went with Pillsbury Throwboy because that's just amazing.
I also like the round mound touchdown.
Yeah.
Oh,
Another one he had.
This guy was inspiring.
I felt a little guilty on the Jared Lorenzen nicknames. I'm going to be honest.
Why?
Because he sadly passed.
Well, okay, but
Yeah, no, the nicknames are amazing.
he would have co-signed on this. He
Yeah,
did co-sign on
absolutely.
this.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, the 6th seed in this region, Dr. J, Julius Erving, almost one of those like Magic style. Where
that's another one. Like Magic, Dr. J, like if you don't know their real name, is it a nickname anymore?
The 6th seed, Dr. J, faces off against the 11th seed, the Big Hurt, Frank Thomas.
Frank Thomas? Is that Frank Thomas?
We talk about often on this show.
A famous eugenics commercial, Frank Thomas.
Yeah.
That guy from the testosterone pill commercial.
Yep. famously clean his whole life and now doing testosterone or whatever. They're not testosterone. It's whatever those pills are.
I thought it was.
Is it testosterone?
I think it is for low T, yes.
Okay, sorry. The 3 seed in the Flash and Fun region. Well, we couldn't do a nickname bracket without prime time.
You look up the word corner in the dictionary. You should see my picture.
Come on, baby, with your sweet shit.
Primetime always been cool as hell.
Nobody had the kind of swagger that Deion Sanders had.
This is my house, and this will always be my house.
And let's not forget Charlotte.
So, primetime Deion Sanders has now been shortened in a bit to just Coach Prime, which people actually call him.
Don't forget, you know I had 2 sons, right?
I actually have 3, Coach. The 14 seed going up against primetime is Rafer Alston, a.k.a. Skip to my Lou. Great nickname.
I think Rafer Alston stands for all the N1 Hoopers, too. The professor, because that is a place where we didn't even know their real names.
Hot sauce.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Skip to My Lou stands for a lot of other nicknames as well.
Yeah, shout out to the N1 mixtape tour. I'm sure they're still kicking around somewhere. The 7 seed in this region is King James, LeBron James. LeBron James. Against the 10 seed, the human highlight film. That'd be, of course, Dominique Wilkins. And the 2 seed in the Flash and Fun region, it's got to be Charles, the round mound to rebound.
There was about 10 of them total of nicknames they had for me. And I think bread truck, I was bread truck for a minute. And then by the end of my sophomore year, I was leading the league in rebound again. I think that's when it switched to round mound to rebound.
Round mound to rebound.
Yeah.
That one stuck with you, though.
Yeah. They don't call me Championship Chuck.
They also called him Sir Charles, but round mound to rebound is the one we went with. That's a 2 seed in this region against the 15 seed, the Honey Badger, Pearl, Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah, I mean, Honey Badger's another guy. Like, I don't think I think people knew him like that and didn't know his real name.
Yep, so there you go. The Flash and Fun region now live for you to vote. It's
whatever your name is.
At Maggie and Pearl on X is where you can go to vote. But you can see the entire bracket is up on all of our socials. So at Maggie and Pearl on X, at Maggie and Perloff on Instagram, and Cap putting it up on our YouTube feed right now, youtube.com/Infinity Sports.
And Victoria, definitely a secret.
I've decided something about the nicknames. If you have to put the person's real name in the nickname, it's not that clever of a nickname. AKA Smokin' Joe Frazier, Hammer and Hank Aaron. I feel like if you can just have a name that has nothing to do with the name, then that's really clever.
Well, but you like Johnny Football.
Right.
But it's not an alliteration.
Okay.
Well, I like
But his name's in the nickname.
But it's not Hammer and Hank or Smokin' Joe. It's not before
Smokin'
the
Joe's
name.
not an alliteration.
Iron Mike. I didn't like that one. That's not really the same as
it's
the glove.
It's a moniker, you're saying?
Yeah,
more than
it's
a
like it's not the
nickname?
same as the glove or beast mode.
Isn't Hank Aaron's nickname Hammerin'? Wouldn't it just be
No,
Hammerin'?
nobody called him Hammerin'.
Hammerin'?
No, I don't think so. I don't
actually,
remember.
Technically, his name's Henry Aaron, so the nickname was Hank.
No, that's not what we're doing here.
No, that's
my
not what
nickname
we're
is not
doing.
Andy. But but I don't think you called him Hammerin' on its own. But I could be wrong about that. You know the one. I don't know if he made the final bracket that I had a lot. Is the whole thing been revealed yet or not?
Everything's out.
Yeah. So did Linsanity make? Sorry,
Linsanity got cut.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because Linsanity was the name of a movement as well as a person.
The Phenom, you mean?
Yes,
the
it
phenomenon.
was a phenomenon. And you do call Jeremy Lin, former NBA player, or is he current? Former, I think.
Former
he just
now,
retired. Yeah. You call him Linsanity, but that was like a movement, not just a nickname. So I thought that was quite controversial.
Yeah, Linsanity's kind of a verb. Right? Like it was
No.
the insanity of it was like it felt more
almost like a noun,
active.
right?
Well, most of these are nouns, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess your name.
Yeah,
I'm not doing this.
I don't know how. I'm not sure. By the way, your 5-year-old son is probably not going to ask you for English homework. If you think Linsanity is a verb, hey, are you going to Linsanity down the street? Maybe Walt Frazier would say that.
There was movement to Linsanity. It felt like it was active, but maybe you're right about that.
It's definitely a noun.
Yeah.
Definitely a noun.
To insane. It's not a verb.
Also, it's play off of Vinsanity, which is Vince Carter's name.
Yeah, that's true.
At best, an adjective, but
we also did, and for Vince Carter, we actually didn't put in Vinsanity. We put in half man, half a man.
That was tough.
Which,
when
by
Vince
the way,
Carter
also
hit
was taken away from a Rucker Park legend. There's a half Mason from Rucker Park, and then it was given to Vince.
People had trouble with Vince Carter because I was a huge. They couldn't figure out a nickname when he came in the NBA and was the most exciting player. They're like, we need a nickname, so they just started throwing things left and right.
I like Air Canada. I thought that was an awesome nickname.
That's a good one.
That's not the name of the arena anymore, though. So.
No, but that was his nickname.
It's also something, though, that nobody would ever call him to his face. Not any of them. You would say, hey, half man, half amazing. Hey, Vinsanity. Hey, it just doesn't. Hey, Air Canada. It's not, hey, Dr. J. People actually call him that.
Yeah, definitely. What about the process?
Boo.
Again, I think that was a movement. That wasn't. And Joel Embiid took it.
Very successful movement, I might add.
Yeah. And no, if he was healthy, he might have made this list, but nope.
No. So, coming up next, we will give you besides Linsanity, the names that were left off.
The NIT tournament.
Yes.
The nickname invitational tournament.
It's some of these are painful that we had to leave them off the bracket as 64. So we will get to what got left out next. 888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. I hope none of my family was listening to that grammar botch. Maggie Perloff.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. 1 minute remaining. $45 seconds remaining. $30 seconds remaining. $15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Feels like the summer of 2009. Getting jiggy
Earlier
with
than that.
2009.
Earlier
Wait, it
than
was
that.
right around Men in Black 1. Is that, what year was that? I have no idea.
Yeah, like 1998 maybe? Men in Black 1?
Men in Black 1 is a 30-year-old movie.
1997 is when Get Jiggy With It
Oh,
was
right.
released, Pearl.
Men in
2009.
Men in Black 1 came out in 1997.
I was born in 1997. The song is as old as me.
That's crazy.
This came out with the movie, right? I'm not imagining that. Any other olds here who can confirm this?
How we got onto Will Smith today is
Yeah.
because there was a CEO and the head of HR that looks like they may have been caught. Well, they were definitely canoodling, as Perloff said. They were caught at a Coldplay concert, kind of hugging and swaying to the music. They put the Jumbotron on them and they fled, and they look very guilty. And Chris Martin said they're either having an affair
Either
or
they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Yes. So that led to a conversation about Coldplay and how Perloff believes that men can't admit that they like Coldplay or Adele, you said, right?
Yeah, no, man. Coldplay, I think is okay, but Adele, if you're a man who just loves the songbird
from
Adele,
the other side.
yeah, I mean, you can admire Adele, but if you're sitting around with your bros, be like, dude, did you hear the latest Adele jam? I don't know. That feels a little wrong.
Is this
I must
every?
have called 1,000
Anyway.
times.
But you're looking at me like you're surprised by that.
Just to catch the audience up. So then we start talking about it. Is there like a clean, like a rapper who also people don't want to admit that they would listen to?
Yeah.
And Will Smith and Getting Jiggy With It came up. But can I ask you, is this all like women musicians?
No.
So like Amy Winehouse.
It's a little poppy, but I think listen, in the indie rock
Stevie Nicks.
punk world, Stevie Nicks is probably grandfathered in. But she's so
Like Janis Joplin, something like that.
This is a real cast.
well, like
Cardi
in
B.
indie rock. There's like Slater Kinney and there's Latigra, and they're like punk rock girls. That
Okay.
are, Joan Jett maybe
Yeah, Joan
acceptable,
Jett.
but she was.
Hold down here.
But yeah, no, I think that. I mean, I listen to a lot of women musicians, but yeah, no, there's definitely but first of all, I came up in an era where pop music was really looked down upon, which is so funny because I had a famous line on Dan Patrick's show, nobody likes popular music. It's too popular.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like you never admitted it. If you like pop stuff, you never admitted it. But now it feels like okay to admit that. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like you didn't like the number one song if you're 17 years old. Like you'll be like, that's for the...
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know why? I think it's because of stan culture now. It's like it's now hip to be like, oh, I stan Beyonce and Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And some of these people.
Mm. Travis Kelce,
Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter. Like that wasn't the case when times you were talking about.
Travis Kelce jumped all in on Taylor Swift. That was not going to happen in 1999. I don't think you would admit that, but maybe
I think a lot of men admit that they listen to Taylor, don't they?
Definitely.
But back in the day, though,
And
I don't.
Beyonce, definitely.
Yeah, you didn't admit if you loved
Madonna?
Britney Spears.
Yeah, Britney
That a
Spears.
good one? I think that was a good
exactly.
one.
Like you would
Christina
not.
Aguilera.
Nah, like you know what I'm talking about, Peter. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't be like, oh my god, you wouldn't walk around wearing a Christina Aguilera T-shirt.
Did the boys admit to liking the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC?
No,
that felt like it was mostly for girls.
Yeah, like when I was growing up, Justin Bieber. You ever heard of him? He was the big guy growing up, and the guys would say, "Oh yeah, no, Justin Bieber, that's not for boys. Sports."
So you like Justin Bieber?
Oh, I like Justin Bieber now. I get my peaches down in Georgia. Yeah, that's good.
But no, when you were a teenager, would you like admit?
Oh no, I'm good.
Yeah, right.
Much
That's
more
what I mean.
comfortable.
Right. Like now, when you get older, you're like you can. You don't have to stop pretending.
Yeah.
You know.
It's Justin Bieber when I got Drake and J. Cole.
Well, you also, this is how comfortable men can now be in their own skin, where you can have Kirk Cousins belting out Cher.
Well, or you can have Travis Kelce openly admitting like loving Taylor Swift.
You like that? I think it's good for men to be able to admit that they like listening to air quotes song for women.
We're more in tune with our feelings and what we like nowadays.
I always
Good.
like Pat Benatar.
Yeah.
I was a big fan of him.
How about
Come
Heart?
on, Peter, sing hit me with your best shot.
How about Heart? They were cool.
I liked Heart. I went to see Heart in concert once. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Chick rockers, man.
But I mean, Adele is not the same thing. Adele is
LaPelle.
like a beautiful ballad singer.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
Whitney
know.
Houston, I think men
Celine
like.
Dion.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. If you're sitting around with your bros and you're like, let's put on Whitney Houston, really?
Not sitting around with your bros. Okay, let's get to the nickname bracket, which, again, the final region is open for you to vote. It's the Flash and Fun region. The one seed in this region is Big Papi, David Ortiz. You got the round amount of rebound here, prime time. This is a fun region, so go and vote at Maggie and Pearl. So the whole bracket's out. You can see all 64 nicknames on our social.
Caden's off the chain.
And you can vote. Can I give you a smattering, Pearl, of names that were left off the list?
Yes, please.
The Executioner left off, Bernard Hopkins. Flojo and Cujo both left off.
Yeah.
Billy White Shoes Johnson was left off. Shoeless Joe Jackson was left off. The Big O did not make the 64. Dick Night Train Lane, we already got some calls about that, did not make the cut. Captain Clutch, Derek Jeter, no. Marvelous Marvin Hagler,
asinine.
not there. The Big Fundamental, not in the field of 64.
Is that Tim Duncan?
Yep.
Oh.
And we also discussed this a little yesterday. The Greek god of walks, Kevin Youkilis, did not make the 64.
Yankee legend.
You know what name stands out? Billy White Shoes Johnson.
Yep.
That name, like NFL history, most people don't know who he was. He was like a kick returner, right? But that's like a great name. Billy White Shoes Johnson.
Yeah,
that was
that
very
dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came to visit my elementary school.
Oh, is that right?
We
Really?
met him, yeah.
Is he from Binghamton?
No. I don't know what he was doing there. Still
Billy
never
White
know.
Shoes Johnson was at your elementary school?
Yes.
You know who's in mine, by the way? Who's in here? Smoking Joe Frazier came to mind.
Well, he's famously from Philadelphia.
Yeah. Anybody else have anyone in the nickname at their school?
Oh, JoJo came to my high school.
Flojo did?
No, JoJo, the singer.
Oh, speaking of songs for women.
Yeah. Get out right now. The end of you and me.
Dana is in California. Dana, how you doing?
Hey, doing good. How you guys doing this morning?
We're good. What else did we miss?
You missed one of the great ones from Chris Berman, who had plenty of fantastic ones, but there was a pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Bert Blyleven, that Chris would refer to as Bert Be Home Blyleven, and I always thought that tickled out.
We're not doing Bermanisms, Dana.
Very good.
I thought we might be.
Dana, thank you for that. Bert Blyleven, a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if we're going to do O to Be Young and McDowell is my favorite one of all time. I mean, Jim, we can't open the Chris Berman novel. I mean, that's ridiculous.
My favorite is
Cuba Missile Crisis.
the law firm of Ben Jarvis Green Ellis.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're all so good. They're so good.
All right, keep them coming, guys. See you on the phone. The ones that we missed, again, you can go all to our socials and find the entire bracket. Peter Schwartz is in doing updates for us. Hi.
Good morning. Major League Baseball resumes post-All-Star
Thank
break
God.
tonight. The Giants visit the Blue Jays this evening. Giants manager Bob Melvin confident his team's offense will be greatly improved in the second half.
Be better offensively, I believe that. You know, we have some guys that are coming around a little bit. We have some guys that will come around a little bit more. We have some guys in the middle of the lineup that are going to do more damage. I do. I think our offense is going to be better in the second half.
Tonight's pitching matchup, Justin Verlander against Chris Bassett. First pitch, 7:07 Eastern Time. The Dodgers host the Brewers tonight. Manager Dave Roberts, world champs, came out of the break in first place in the National League West.
I do think the break will help a lot of our guys, and it'd be good to get back home. But, yeah, I think ultimately to win a series, to get to the break in first place, it's certainly positive.
Tyler Glasnow against it's Jose Quintana tonight. First pitch is at 10:10 Eastern Time. Now to golf, second round of the Open Championship. Brian Harmon has the lead at 7 under through 14 today. Tyrell Hatton is 6 under through 13. Hao Tang and Harris English, your guy, 5 under.
My guy only because his last name is English.
English,
and
yes.
It's in Great Britain.
It's in Great Britain.
Oh, that's in Northern Ireland, yeah.
And I was thinking about it in the last hour. I suppose there's some credence to what you're saying, that there would be some sort of, I don't even know what the word is. There would be some sort of irony.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
a slow
it is.
burn. It's a slow burn. I dropped it on you guys out of nowhere, and I don't think everyone was ready
I was thinking
for
about
that.
it. Like, where
joke
was he going? Because I didn't know where you were going with it at first, and then I'm thinking about that would be pretty cool if Harris English won the British Open.
Yeah, it'd be a funny little
Excuse me,
twist.
the Open Championship. I'm sorry.
I know. Be careful. The golf police is going to be on your ass, Peter.
What's the funny thing that you goes, well, what if someone named Billy Augusta won the Masters? I'm like, there are actually people with the name Masters you could have done.
I don't know.
Johnny Masters.
Again, you hit us out of nowhere with this. I was trying to come up with something equivalent.
Yeah, okay.
Somebody, the last name World, wins the World Series.
Yeah.
I mean, are we stretching there for a little bit?
What if SGA won the PGA? Now I'm stretching.
You're really datafying this whole thing.
Yeah, Harris English, go.
Here we go. From football, NFLPA Executive Director Lloyd Howell Jr. resigned late last night after a 2-year run as leader of the union, and it was a controversial 2-year run. There have been reports that the FBI was investigating the financial dealings of both the NFLPA and the Major League Baseball Players Association.
Is that bad?
Related to a multi-billion-dollar group licensing firm. So we have that going on this morning. The Steelers have reportedly made linebacker T.J. Watt the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history. It's a 3-year deal worth $123 million. $108 million is fully guaranteed at the time of signing. An average annual value of $41 million a year. 73.5 sacks over the last 5 seasons for Watt. That leads the NFL. Veteran wide receiver Mike Williams, who came to the Jets last year because of a sandwich, announced his retirement after, you remember that last year?
No.
Taylor ham and cheese.
Taylor ham and cheese. So the Jets were courting him, and a Jet fan sent a sandwich to the team's headquarters at Florham Park. And when he got there, he had the sandwich, and he signed. And people started to believe that maybe he signed because of the sandwich.
Yeah, it's one of those local things that definitely is not, I don't think it's caught on the rest of the country. Taylor ham, it's just breakfast meat. Yeah. It's delicious. It will cure your hangover in 5 seconds.
Maggie, you're a New Jersey gal now. Is it pork roll or Taylor ham?
I'll get excommunicated. I can't actually come down on the side of that, or else I'm going to get run out of the state.
Come on, show me something. Stand for something for once,
roll.
Maggie.
It's pork roll.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Williams announced his retirement after 8 NFL seasons.
By the way, don't eat it.
Can we make a left turn in New Jersey yet?
No.
No?
Jug handles only.
Can you pump your own gas in New Jersey yet?
I don't know. Why would I ever do that? I'm a princess now about that whole thing. I'm like, why would I pump my own gas? You get used to a certain lifestyle when you don't have to pump your gas.
I like that about New Jersey.
And I was fine pumping my own gas forever. Mm-hmm. And now that I've lived in New Jersey for 5 years, I'm like, no way.
Wait, I have a question. Do you tip?
Yes, got to.
So that's annoying. Do you tip on the credit card? What if you don't have any cash?
It's really, really tough. So I would love to say I tip every single time, but you're going to get caught without any money. And usually they just give you back the card and you can't fill in a tip. Like there's not even a line for it.
Got it.
Yeah. But I'm okay with tipping people
for
doing
I don't
stuff.
like the stress of whether to tip at the gas. I hate New Jersey gas. Never get it there for that exact reason, the awkwardness.
Is there any other state in the union that's like that where you cannot pump your own gas? It's illegal?
I'm not aware of it. I think it's only New Jersey.
And why can we not pump our own gas in New Jersey?
Never asked.
Law.
Right, yeah. What
create some extra jobs.
Creates jobs. Okay.
Yeah. I think, isn't that the reason?
I mean,
right, but I mean, I've driven in
2 gas station attendants per gas station. I mean, all right,
but they're still doing other things too. Like if you go pump your own gas, I mean, there's a couple of gas stations on Long Island that you can't pump your gas. Like they come out, but they're still. If you came to pump your own gas, they're still doing something else. They're in the convenience store. maybe there's a mechanic shop next
Sure.
door, so they're still doing something else. I don't think it's them pumping the gas is not saving jobs. There's still something for them to do. That pumping gas is not the only job at a gas station.
Got it.
Am I dreaming, or is Peter still talking about this gas pumping situation? What is going on? That was a lot.
I don't know. It came up in conversation, so I thought we'd roll with it, like Harris English.
It's trying to be a team player pro. You started it. I think we have a new nickname for Schwartz. Just Gas.
Gas.
Peter Schwartz. Oh, Gas is working today? All gas, no break?
All gas, no breaks.
Yeah.
There you go.
Damian Lillard reportedly agrees to a 3-year, $42 million deal with the Blazers. It includes a player option in 27-28. Manny, watch out.
Not that kind of gas.
No, not that kind of gas. That happened at the Open Championship. That's not you.
And more than 40 WNBA players, including Caitlin Clark, Paige Beckers, and Angel Reese, on hand yesterday for a meeting with the Players Association and the league to discuss a new CBA. A couple hours of talks did not result in an agreement.
No, this one is going to be crazy. The whole league's a free agent. They all came together basically to say we're all going to be free agents at the exact same time, right when the contract's up.
I am really, really curious how this plays out. I mean, the salaries are a joke, right? I mean, how much percent? They had to up it by, what, 300% to even be respectable?
888-710-4ISN. Peter, thanks so much. See you guys on the phones. So the entire nickname bracket is out, greatest sports nicknames of all time, and you guys are not happy with some that were left off the list. Get to that next.
You're in a 5-minute break.
I'm trying to chill and relax and just lay back with Senior.
Yo, big friendly, let me ask you something real quick. Why every bar you spit sound like naked night clips? You ancient bro, like turn the dial old. You probably smell like mothballs and mold. Talking about your swing like it still got charm, but every woman just runs from your cologne alarm. Out here begging them to get a whiff. That ain't game, man, it's a red flag gift. You keep name dropping Miss Aces like she a godsend, but she couldn't teach you to flow past the weekend. 3 years of poems, congrats on the haikus. Now go write one titled Why I Always Lose. You think you got depth, you just stuck in a loop. AI came in, now you looking like a washed up troop. Should've stayed retired, sat back with the readers. You're not a sage, you're a features bleeder. Keep name dropping Miss Aces like she a godsend, but she couldn't teach you to flow past the weekend. 3 years of poems, congrats on the haikus. Now go write one titled Why I Always Lose. You think you got depth, you just stuck in a loop. AI came in, now you looking like a washed up troop. Should've stayed retired, sat back with the readers.
Well, man, he strolls in with a grin on his face. Yankee pinstripes all over the place, but his chest is out like he's on the beach. Moist. Remember Bubba Brazel, I grew out of wrestling. I was 12 or 13, I stopped watching TV. I moved out of the house, we sold the TV. I think I went to school and watched less wrestling. Bob Custer in Nevada. 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 Do you remember him, or are you too young? I don't know where he is, but I don't care. He had curly hair, he always wore a tie. He always wore a tie, I don't know why. Bob Custer in Nevada. Bob Custer in Nevada. Bob Custer in Nevada. Well, man, he strolls in with a grin on his face. Yankee pinstripes all over the place, but his chest is out like he's on the beach. Moist pork yells, button up, you creep. Oh, Manny, button your jersey. You ain't A-Rock, stop trying to be flirty. It's not a runway, it's the Bronx, my guy. Even Derek had his top button tied. Now I'm moist, bark sweating, pacing the floor. He can't take one more, man, need decor. The buttons exist for a reason, son. You ain't playing shirtless till this game is won. Meanwhile, Bilatti's nowhere to be found. Called out again, that's the 8th go-round. He's dumping something. The clubhouse groans, probably dumping us on speakerphone. Oh, Manny, button your jersey. You make Joe Torre roll over and curse me. You ain't a calendar, this ain't a thirst trap. This is Yankee Stadium, pull up that flag.
One minute remaining. $45 seconds remaining. $30 seconds remaining. $15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
We're asking you today, do men admit to listening to poppy songs sung by women? And just like, is there such thing as male music and female music? Because these two people got caught canoodling at a Coldplay concert last night. And Perloff said men can't admit they love Coldplay. So do men admit they love Shania Twain?
I sure hope not. I don't know. Yeah.
What about Dolly Parton?
Dolly Parton's kind of classic. Yeah, I mean, yes, you could appreciate that. I'm not sure in the day if I don't know. Like, was she super? She wasn't super.
Carrie
popular.
Underwood, or I don't maybe I'll deal more contemporary of Shania Twain.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting into trouble here. But
you're backtracking. You're backpedaling right now, like Deion Sanders.
Yeah, it's like, dude, let's. What are we gonna play? Oh, it's got to be Reba McEntire. I don't know. I don't think so.
It's gotta be Reba McEntire.
I mean, listen, I'm not like some tough guy,
No.
but I do think like there's a line. Like you can't be like, dude, let's fire up the grill, have some beers, and pop on some Katy Perry. It's just not how it works.
Because baby, you're a firework. That's a banger.
Okay, so we also have released our nicknames bracket, the top 64 sports nicknames, and we're going to try to find the greatest sports nickname of all time. Now, you'd think 64 would be enough, but it's not. It's not enough, and there were some that were left out. Joe is in San Francisco, wants to call us out on one. What's up, Joe?
Hey, y'all forgot about Ozzie Smith, the Wizard.
You know, it should be there. Manny's pointing at us. Don't look at
I mean,
I don't have a defense for why Ozzie Smith is not on there. The Wizard, yes, it just didn't make the cut. I don't have a good explanation for why it didn't.
Yep, and then you forgot about Mike Easley, the Hitman.
Oh, I love. Well, we have Hitman Hearns.
We have Tommy Hitman Hearns on.
Mike Easley used to kill the Phillies. Oh, he was amazing. way back in the day when I was a little kid, and I knew that nickname. I was like, ooh, he's scary.
Yeah.
Joe, thank you for the phone call. PJ is in Atlanta, wants to admit to liking some of the songs that Perloff says men can't admit to liking. What's up, PJ?
No, Sade's the best. Roberta Flack.
Yeah, those are a little higher end, though.
Well,
that's not Katy Perry.
Since 1959, so she's good. Sade, Dionne Warwick, Roberta Flack. You might throw Dolly in there. And then you could, throw somebody else. But
That's funny about the gas thing. I had a guy from Jersey move down here in '96. Gave him $20 to go inside to pump the gas at a QT. Come back 10 minutes later, he doesn't know what he's doing. So it's like.
To be fair, that could just be anyone from Jersey anyway. I was told in Oregon you cannot pump your own gas. We got a message about that on Facebook.
That's ridiculous. How do you not know to pump your own gas? You're a human. Come on, pump your own gas. But Sade for the, toe to toe. Whenever that song comes on, any one of her songs, and I'm a guy, I'm an old. I love her work, and I'll listen to her, Roberta Flack, Dionne Warwick.
So PJ, though, can I want to call out Perloff here, not you, but thank you for the phone call and for naming those amazing artists. Now, I would put Roberta Flack, Sade, I put Adele, Whitney Houston, others in that same caliber category, Celine Dion, in terms of voices, in terms of quality of talent. I think Adele is in there with those ladies.
Do you think
you
Adele,
won't admit to listening to Adele.
I mean, I think there's some I'm sorry. This will get me in trouble. Like, she's not Aretha Franklin.
Okay,
She's
got it.
not Gladys Knight.
Not the same
She's not
caliber.
Diana Ross.
So she's just not as talented as those ladies. You don't
She's
think?
very maybe
Adele?
you know what? Maybe it's time. Maybe she needs more time. But some of the like Roberta Flack, that's really all time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You
Maybe
are
I'm a little
bugging.
down on Adele.
You are bugging. Adele, I mean, Andrea and my future mother-in-law went to see Adele in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And my mother-in-law has seen all the folks you were talking about.
Yeah.
Both said maybe the greatest singing performance they've ever seen.
Yeah, her voice is
But there's something
unmatched.
classic about Aretha Franklin. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm underplaying Adele. But Aretha Franklin, though, is have you ever watched a movie about her? It's a hugely impactful. Diana Ross might that. I just feel like that music was a little higher quality.
You're severely underrating Adele.
I agree.
Severely.
Poll question: is Perloff underrating Adele?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the Supremes.
Well, what about
that is
Whitney Houston?
all-time music.
I think Whitney Houston is in the same caliber. As we're talking about just pure voices. Mariah Carey.
As Aretha Franklin, and can we shout out Patti LaBelle, my neighbor in Philadelphia growing up too?
That's really cool.
That's awesome.
This guy knows everyone, man.
But same high school as Kobe Bryant. We thought that was the most impressive thing. Turns out it's not. All right, we got football next.
You're in a 5-minute break.
Pull up that flap.
Gloria, you're always on the run now, running after somebody. You gotta get him somehow. I think you gotta slow down before you start to blow it. I think you're headed for a breakdown, so be careful not to show it. You really don't remember, wasn't something that he said. All the voices in your head calling, Gloria, Gloria. Don't you think you're falling? If everybody wants you, why isn't anybody calling? You don't have to answer. Leave them hanging on the line. Oh, calling. Oh, calling Gloria. Gloria, Gloria. I think they got your number. Calling those cows, Gloria. I think you got the alias, Gloria.
You're listening to the Maggie and Perloff show. Sit back, relax, we got a break to go. In just 5 minutes, we'll be back on air. So take a breath, we'll soon be there. 5 minutes, counting down. Maggie and Perloff, the best show in town. You're listening to the Maggie and Perloff Show. 4 minutes till we're back, let's go.
I gotta wait. I know that.
Is this the first time you've ever sung?
Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum.
We need to help him out here.
Time never seemed so good.
So good.
I've been inclined bum, 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 to believe
Now you feel it.
they never would. Good times never seem so good. So good. I've been inclined.
Now you're feeling it. Let's go.
To believe they never would.
All right, wow.
Is this it out? Bill, make me want to shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Come on now. The Bills are making it happen now. Stand up and come on and shout. Yeah. Come on and shout. Kick it up now. Shout. Bills are making it happen now. Go Josh Allen. Freddie Jackson. Eric Moulds. Makes me want to shout. I can't follow all the lyrics here. Bills. Hey,
Peerless Price.
Hey.
Eagles fly on the road to victory. Fight, Eagles fight. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
I gotta wait. I know that.
Is this the first time you've ever sung?
Sweet. In 5 seconds.
Maggie and Perloff on the Infinity Sports Network.
It's a homecoming, but it took us all by surprise. Welcome to the show, Maggie Gray, Andrew Perloff. We get back to our sports nicknames. Our search for the greatest sports nickname of all time is underway, and there are some names that were left out of the field of 64, and we are owning that today, and the audience is holding us accountable, Pearl, which is what we like, but we'll get back to that in a moment. Just quickly, Dame Lillard. Shocking. Quite frankly, not because I thought that Dame, couldn't patch things up with the Portland Trailblazers. He signed a 2-year deal with them. Obviously, he's recovering from an Achilles this entire season, so you're not going to see him this upcoming year. But then after that, you'll see him and Drew Holiday and this kind of brand new Blazers team. And people in Portland are very excited about the homecoming.
Are we sure, by the way, that we won't see him at the end of this year? Not just a nitpick, because I saw some contenders were like sniffing around. Ooh, maybe he'll come back and help us in a playoff run. But regardless, so that's not happening here because they're not going to be a contender yet. I love this.
I'm sorry, it's a 3-year deal. I said 2. I meant 3. Go.
Yeah, I just love everything about this. Like, he's not going to be a 1, 2, or 3 player on a championship team. He would be closer to, at that age when he's coming back from his Achilles, he'd be Gary Payton on the Heat and with Dwayne Wade and Shaq. He would not be an impactful guy, in my opinion. So going home and helping the young guards on that team and really just being part of that community, I think it's amazing. I'm really into it.
I think people in Portland are very excited about it. I guess maybe if I were to nitpick this thing, and it's not like he's getting paid for basketball like tons and tons of money. It's about $14 million, which is, not a ton.
But isn't he getting, he's getting the other money though.
Oh, the buyout money?
Yeah, I think that it's a double dip in some sense. Double check that. I don't think that's the only money he's getting.
Well, I'm just saying in terms of the Portland Trailblazers cap and stuff like that. It's not like this isn't Bradley Beal coming to Phoenix, where it's just like, oh gosh, now we've got no flexibility to do anything. It's nothing like that. But the one thing I think that we have to go back to the beginning, do we not? Right? Like one of the reasons why Dame and the Portland Trailblazers first broke up was not just because maybe both sides felt like they had gone as far as they could go, with each other and wanted to see if the grass was greener on the other side, but it's because they drafted Scoot Henderson. And there was a redundancy with the position, right? So Scoot is not gone. And you're actually hoping that Scoot still develops into that starting point guard. Like Drew Holiday can play off the ball a little bit, but this is where I don't understand how they're going to do this. And maybe you don't have to worry about it for another year. If Scoot Henderson really continues to develop, then is there a spot for Dame Lillard? And is he then just coming off the bench? And is he going to be okay with that considering his status and legendary status as a Blazer?
Oh, I think so. I mean, again, he'll be 36. Actually, he'll be 37 by the time he gets on the court again. I think first of all, presumably he's a different player than Scoot Henderson. Scoot Henderson's a much more sort of slasher, physical guy. He's never going to shoot like Dame. So it's kind of like maybe Scoot could be a compliment to people are complimenting Steph Curry. Because Dame, to me, is closer to Steph Curry. I don't think they really play the same position. I mean, they're not the same player at all.
But wasn't that part of the reason why the breakup happened?
Well, the breakup happened because Lillard, the main reason was Lillard was like, I got to try to win a title, and it's not happening here. I don't think it was necessarily just a Scoot Henderson pick.
Well, the other part, too, is, why isn't Dame trying to go to a team that is a little bit closer? Now, the Blazers have gotten very interesting lately. I'll give them that. A couple of draft picks that I think are going to turn out to be great. Like Shaedon Sharpe looks like he is super talented. We'll see what happens with Klingon, but everyone loves Young Hansen, Pearl, including you, who told me that I have to rush to YouTube to check out the highlights of Young Hansen, who was famously, he's from China, but he was drafted the other week and he was sitting in the stands, and it turns out he was eating chicken tenders while they called his name, and that's why it took him so long to button his suit. He had to make sure that he didn't have any grease on his fingertips and didn't want to ruin the suit.
Yeah, we all love him. That doesn't mean we all think he's going to win an NBA title. He's closer to the Boban lane.
Okay.
Yeah, but also, too, maybe he'll be good, but that's super speculative. He's a 20-year-old kid from China. People were shocked he went that high in the draft. No, I mean, it's pretty speculative with the Blazers. I think a lot has to do with how does Scoot Henderson and Shaedon Sharpe develop. And I think Lillard maybe helps them. I'm not sure who the equivalent is. I'm thinking like 6-man come in and light it up. Maybe it's like Klay Thompson with the Mavs. I'm not sure exactly how he fits in here, but that's so far away. How can you even wrap your head around? Yeah, Young Hansen, we're talking a year from now. If you were him and you had the choice, say, I know the Celtics were interested or the Lakers, would you have gone to a team where you think you can win a title or just go home and be part of this? Like, why would he go to the Rockets?
Well, because guys want to taste that. They want to taste winning a title. And, if everyone understands sort of where your station in life is at that point. You're not going in to be the number one guy on a championship team. You're going in to be that veteran sort of presence. I don't know if you ask Gary Payton, who you just compared Dame to, do you think he's mad at himself that he went to Miami and won a championship late in his career? I think he's probably thrilled.
No, but also the other question, who wanted Damian Lillard? Because that's like a mid-level exception number, because you're going to have to wait a year. So, that's the other thing. Just the timing. I think the injury plays into this. I like it. I mean, have you ever seen a more positive situation than Damian Lillard? He stayed there a lot longer than he had to.
No doubt. Well, not had to, but I wanted to. I mean, he's part of the fabric of the community. And when things like this happen, sometimes I like to get the local view of this. So Danny Meringue, who does middays in Portland and does a fantastic job. He's got this cool podcast called Jacked Ramses. Love it. Has a message for Blazers fans who may not want Dame Lillard back in Portland.
To be blunt, I couldn't be happier. And if you're poo-pooing this, again, this is going to be a profanity-laced podcast. Go f*** yourself. That's where I'm at. If you're out on this, there's the street, bro.
I don't give a I don't.
I was like taken back by this because it's like, tell us what you really think, Danny. Amazing that this is it. This is how much they love Dame Pearl and want him back in. If you're poo-pooing this, go bleep yourself.
Wow. Those bleeps, we're doing some work there.
No doubt. You know, you think you know what a guy means to a community, and then you listen to something like that, and it's like, nope, actually, I don't think I really fully understood it because, you know, basketball-wise, we could nitpick this and poke holes in it, and whether or not this gets the Blazers any closer to a championship. But this is what he means. This is more than basketball. This is like a full circle moment of a guy who maybe should have never left.
Yeah, I mean, I get the criticism too. I'm sure there are people who are like, wait, aren't we like analytically building a champion? So that's there too. I was just talking from Damian's standpoint. I love it. Like, I think this is, from the Blazers standpoint, I get critics because, you know, it is $14 million is a lot for a 37-year-old guard coming off Achilles. And I know they're really impatient there because they've been drafting a lot of guys high. And what has it show? What have they shown for it? Nothing. But yeah, I don't know. What it reminds me a little bit. Remember we did that activity, the top 4 sports gods from Portland?
I don't want to talk about that right now.
Yeah, just take me back. How did you not put Damian Lillard on?
I didn't put Dame on, and I regret it, especially hearing guys like Danny saying if you're poo-pooing this, then go bleep yourself. You know, here's what I said at the time, and I still believe it. I wanted to make sure that Corvallis was represented because we were going outside of Portland for our Mount Olympus, right? We were going to Eugene. You did Steve Prefontaine. You know, we were going outside of the city limits of Portland.
Yeah.
Corvallis. And I wanted to make sure that Corvallis got acknowledged there because I feel like sometimes it is, you know, the like second fiddle.
Is that something you think about a lot?
It is something I think about a lot.
Yeah.
And it's closer to Portland than Eugene.
Do you maybe want to develop some hobbies in life?
No, just Oregon geography. That's it.
You can't pump your own gas in the state of Oregon?
Just found that out.
I've been to Corvallis, been to Eugene. I've been to Crater Lake, kind of near Corvallis. Done a lot of driving around Oregon, all beautiful. But I'm sorry, Gary Payton does not belong on that list.
Never pumped his own gas over there.
The part that I loved the best about it was that Gary Payton played in Seattle, their arch rival.
Well, you know, but
it's like putting a Red Sox in New York.
But I didn't put Gary Payton. Did I put him on my Seattle?
I don't think you did.
I don't think I did.
I don't think you did.
Well,
and I won that one.
Well, that's because I had Russell Wilson, and I took the L on purpose.
Honestly, to me, Gary Payton being in the Mount Olympus in Miami made more sense than Portland.
I know, but that's because you're young.
I didn't hate it.
I didn't
hate the logic behind it in terms of representing Corvallis.
Yeah, that made sense.
I just think you should have picked someone that wasn't Gary Payton.
Who else?
Adley Rutschman.
Jacquizz Rodgers.
I thought about Jacquizz Rodgers.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Definitely. And because you can't really talk about this football in the state of Oregon without Jacquizz Rodgers. Because like when he carried that national title trophy, come on.
Oregon State cares more about football than basketball. If you're going to do Oregon State, you got to do a football player.
I know,
or
but if you have a title in the city of Portland.
What about Steven Jackson? He was awesome. Great NFL player, great player at Oregon State.
I think
Jackson played for the Rams, right?
You're trying to create something that wasn't there because I understand the logic. I totally understand, but listen, if you would have I'm going to keep Damian Lillard off this for Jacquizz Rodgers, that wouldn't have gone over well either, Maggie.
Well, I just want to say that right now the glove is part of our conversation to bring it back to present day, not old stuff like when we did Mount Olympus 3 weeks ago, but now new stuff, which is the search for the greatest sports nickname. Manny, hit the music.
From the fridge to the great one, it's Maggie and Perloff's search for the greatest nickname in sports.
All right, so the glove, Gary Payton is a 12 seed in this in the tough guys and enforcers region of the Maggie and Perloff nickname bracket, going up against the 5 seed Sweetness, Walter Payton. So 2 Paytons facing off, but Pearl, this is a tough 5-12.
Oh, really good options. We have
just brutal.
Yeah.
This entire region, the tough guys and enforcers, first number 1 seed, Mean Joe Green against the 16 seed, Mr. Hockey. So that's just a taste of how tough that region is. you can go to @Maggie and Pearl and you can vote because the Tough Guys and Enforcers region is now open and the Flash and Fun region is now open for voting. Before we read some results from yesterday, I want to get to more nicknames that were left off. The also receiving votes, if you will. Scott in San Jose has one that we left off. What's up, Scott? Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, I didn't hear it, and that's why I called EJ to see if I didn't know. Well, I called, and I wanted to say, what about one of the greatest, Manny Pacquiao, Pac-Man?
Pac-Man Jones. Oh, yeah. Manny Pacquiao as Pac-Man. Pac-Man Jones as Pac-Man. You got multiple Pac-Mans. Did not make the list. I know.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
That's a good one.
Scott, I didn't want to disappoint you there.
Pac-Man Jones, too.
I know we have so many boxers, though, who are in the field of 64, including, again, the Tough Guys and Enforcers region is now open, where Iron Mike Tyson is a 4-seed. Smokin' Joe Frazier is a 7-seed facing off against 10-seed Boom Boom Mancini. Tommy Hitman Hearns is a 14-seed in this region up against the 3-seed Dale Earnhardt, the Intimidator. Do we have any other boxers for today?
Yeah, the Sugar Rays we left off because that became their names, just to clarify.
That is true. Will's in California. Will, you think we missed a pretty big one?
Yes, I do. But before I tell it to you, just on the whole Coldplay vein, and I'm dating myself, I know, but I had a girlfriend in high school who hooked the leash onto me and took me to a Carpenters concert. Yeah. I'll tell you, Karen Carpenter, hell of a voice. But 10 years later, it happened again. I got dragged to an Air Supply concert. So, anyway.
You're all out of love?
Yes, we were talking about Coldplay because a couple got caught there. Looks like they got caught kind of having an affair. Not kind of. Looks like they may have been having an affair. They got caught by Chris Martin when they got put on the Jumbotron at a Coldplay concert, and Perloff said men can't admit to liking Coldplay. And that's the rabbit hole we went down.
That was amazing because I Googled it up, and it's just like, thought we hear whatever in the cookie jar. Anyway, I got a name for you.
Go ahead. Which nickname did we miss?
I kind of tuned you guys in late. I'm nocturnal. I do my writing at night. That's when I'm kind of creative. But I love your show. But I don't know if you happen to mention the Big Dipper, Wilt Chamberlain.
This is where I start to feel bad. We do not have the Big Dipper on here, Wilt Chamberlain. Thank you so much for the call and for.
But Wilt the Still was also a big one.
Yep.
Could have been both. Could have been either. I mean.
Yeah, you could say 20,000 too, and people know who you're talking about. Wilt's got a lot going on. He's like Shaq.
Unbreakable record.
Yeah, he's a lot. 100 points. Yeah. I mean, Wilt's got so much going on that I don't think the Big Dipper. I don't think we're missing anything.
But Wilt the Still.
I think both of them are big ones.
Yeah, they're big. But
I don't feel bad about missing.
It's a little like the Charles Barkley issue when you have two big ones, and Shaq. When you have multiple nicknames, you really have a nickname. Think about it.
What's the one you guys feel the worst about leaving off the field of 64?
I don't really feel super bad about anybody yet.
The captain kind of hurt me.
I kind of just wish we would have had some more MMA guys.
The Iceman, Chuck Liddell.
I see. We can't give him that because we got Iceman George Gervin. Because that's why I love Chuck Liddell, the Iceman. But
you know what name I loved, but I don't know if it was a nick. Was Rampage Jackson? That's a nickname, right?
Quentin Rampage Jackson. Yep.
Oh, okay. But he just kind of went by that name then.
Yeah, I mean, when he was
but
being
I love
introduced,
that
it'd be
name.
Rampage Jackson, yeah. But his legal name is Quentin.
It's tricky because
Bones Jones? We thought about him.
He just missed the cut. He was one of those people that were on that 15-16 line that ended up getting
on the bubble.
Off. Yeah, I thought, to me, like Walt Clyde Frazier, Clyde the Glide, Clyde Drexler.
Yeah.
Like there were two Clyde, so neither of them got in, but both of them had great nicknames.
Let's be honest. We could have done 64 NBA names if we wanted to. There were just so many great NBA names.
And the big one.
What is going on?
It's funny because he's a nickname on the show is Earl the Pearl Monroe. And I think of him as Black Jesus.
How about Dwayne the Pearl Washington?
Pearl Washington, absolutely.
Pearl, I mean, he was just Pearl. What about, Yeah, there's so many NBA names. Larry Legend. I don't think that
did not make
made the final cut either.
God Sham God.
Oh, that's a great one.
That's confusing, though, because I'm not sure what his real name is.
I forgot. I used to know it. But
it's Sham God Wells.
Yeah, Sham God Wells.
But it's gone back and forth a bunch of times.
He's an assistant coach somewhere.
He just left the Mavericks. I don't know where he is now. He just left, though.
Let's get some results. And maybe I'll take a little bit of music for underneath this. So we've got some results for you from yesterday's nickname regions. Thank you. Air Jordan, this is the hoops and handles region. Air Jordan is the 1 seed, easy victory over the 16 seed White Chocolate. So Air Jordan moves on.
It became personal with me.
In the 8-9 matchup, bit of an upset here. The Greek Freak takes out half man, half amazing.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. Greek Freak's pretty good.
Wasn't even close. The Black Mamba moves on. That was the 5th seed over the 12 seed Dr. Duncanstein.
More.
The Rain Man, Sean Kemp, going home. The 13 seed, the logo, Jerry West pulls off an upset.
It's because you spelled Rain Man, Reign. Confusing.
A lot of us were under the impression it was the Rain
Seattle
Man.
rained. Come on, people. Why are we spelling it that way?
6-11 matchup was real tight. Narrowly, the Iceman edges out the Mailman. So George Gervin over Karl Malone.
Iconic names.
Less close was the 3rd seed Pistol Pete. 75% of the vote over Chocolate Thunder. Only 14% of the vote. And a couple more for you. 2 more. Allen Iverson, the answer, takes out Dennis Rodman, the worm.
We're talking about practice.
Close also.
We ain't talking about the game. We're talking about practice, man.
We got the long version. 57% to 43%. And finally, another just wallop. Magic Johnson as a 2 seed. Magic takes out the big ticket. Of course, that's Kevin Garnett. So there you go. That's the hoops and handles region. We've got more to reveal to you after a quick break.
I would say, by the way, shocking poll results.
Which one? Which is most shocking to you?
No, on the Adele poll. Has anyone seen this?
No. What?
No.
I didn't know. We put up an Adele poll that said what?
EJ was offended because I didn't give Adele proper credit and put up a poll. Perloff doesn't consider Adele one of the all-time great female singing voices. Didn't really say that.
You did.
Is he underrating Adele? 55% say no. I am not underrating
That's
Adele.
not what I have.
55%. It's not like, you're blowing away 82
I
to
just-
12.
I have 53% say that she's amazing.
Then I put up, that's not true. I just said she's not Aretha. Who's better, Aretha Franklin or Adele? I put up my own poll. That's a good poll. It is 86% Aretha, very few. I mean, I looked at Aretha Franklin, number 1 singer in Rolling Stone poll in 2008 and 2023. So it's not like that's any shame in coming up second to Aretha's the.
But did you see the clip I put underneath that? Because you named 3 other singers besides Aretha Franklin. So you definitely didn't just say Aretha. You said Gladys Knight, Diana Ross, and Roberta
EJ,
Flack.
it's Friday. Just chill.
Snuck in.
Don't punch each other. We got 40 minutes left.
Snuck in Patti LaBelle, too. And we
Yeah,
found out
it's
that
not
she was
like
your
I was
next door
saying-
neighbor.
I didn't go Kesha, EJ. Like I was.
He said all-time great singing voices, and he said you didn't say that. It was only Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin's a GOAT. We know
on
that.
the clock, put the party on stop. Tonight.
Coming up next, we will reveal the results of the Legacy and Legends region of the Maggie and Perloff nickname bracket. You don't want to miss that. It's M&P.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining.
So good.
So good. So good. So good.
EJ talking big, saying this year's the chance, but the Celtics showed up and led the dance. Chasing joking hard, Jalen's running wild, while EJ's sitting there looking like a sad child. He is nowhere to be seen, it's no surprise, just like the Knicks, he's dodging working alibis. Oh, EJ and Knicks are out of luck. Boston rolled over and left them stuck. Peter's missing work, but that's no news. Just like your Knicks, he keeps dodging the blues. They traded away Dante Rangles out the door. Didn't sign Hartenstein, now they've wrecked the core. Carl Anthony Towns, that guy's...
He's got a shrine to Anne Hathaway, photos lined up like a Broadway play. Whispers her name in the dead of night. In his dreams, she's the guiding light. He knows her lines from every flick, from The Devil Wears Prada to Les Miserables tricks. He's got a doll with a porcelain face. In his mind, they share a secret space. Lights dim low, hearts beating slow. EJ and Bogus, their secrets grow. Anne and Jen, the muses they crave. Love so creepy, it's dug their grave. Bogus keeps quiet, but he can't deny. Jennifer's charm makes his spirit fly. Late at night, he watches they crave. Love so creepy, it's dug their grave. Bogus keeps quiet, but he can't deny. Jennifer's charm makes his spirit fly. Late at night, he watches they crave. Love so creepy, it's dug their grave. He's got a poster, her signature there. Talks to it softly, strokes her hair. Hopes one day they'll cross that line. In his mind, their lives entwine. Manny joins in, he's not far behind. Jen's got him under a spell divine. They plan to meet up, a grand design, to declare their love one eerie sign. The lights dim low, hearts beating slow. EJ and Bogus, their secrets grow. Anne and Jen, the muses they crave. Love so creepy, it's dug their grave. The lights dim low, hearts beating slow. EJ and Bogus, their secrets grow. Anne and Jen, the muses.
Manny's desk is a circus, it's a sight to see. Got a coffee tower teetering dangerously. Strange brews from who knows where, with labels all in code. One smells like gasoline, another like...
One minute remaining. $45 seconds remaining. $30 seconds remaining. $15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
All right, this NASCAR race preview is sponsored by WeatherGuard Truck and Van Equipment. They're just as driven as the hardworking pros they serve. Manny, what do we got on tap this weekend?
Well, guys, the NASCAR Cup Series goes back to oval tracks this weekend. It's the Auto Trader Echo Park Automotive 400 from Dover Motor Speedway. We've reached the semifinals of the inaugural in-season challenge. 4 drivers remain for the $1 million grand prize. Just a quick reminder of how this works. It's a bracket-style tournament. Have a better finish than your matchup, you move on. The semifinal matchups, Ty Dillon against John Hunter Nemechek and Tyler Reddick against Ty Gibbs. It's the Auto Trader Echo Park Automotive 400, the 4th round of the challenge from Dover Motor Speedway. Green flag waves at the Monster Mile on Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific.
Nice job, Manny Tires. I actually like the Adele combo with that NASCAR read.
Yeah.
Adele has come in full spotlight for the show today because Perloff is underrating her.
It's kind of hard to do modern singers, too, because not Adele, but you do wonder, like, oh, okay, is that how much production is on this bad boy?
Enhanced, if you're...
You know who we did not say were the greatest singers? I've seen Mariah Carey make some lists.
Yeah.
And you're just talking about singers, but you don't, again, like, you don't listen. If you're a guy, they all started, like, you're a guy, you don't pull out the Mariah Carey Christmas album.
Sure. It's like, do you admit that you listen to Coldplay has gotten a lot of attention this morning because it appears that a couple got caught in an extramarital affair at a Coldplay concert because the lead singer, Chris Martin, kind of called it out when the two got put on the Jumbotron.
Yeah,
Either
there was
having an affair or they're just very shy.
There was what was the funny tweet that people paid a lot of attention to?
Right. They said this is a devastating way to find out that your husband likes Coldplay.
Yeah. There is like a history of making fun of Coldplay.
Yeah. So anyway, that got us into a discussion about, do you admit that you like Adele? Do you admit that you like to listen to Will Smith? Do you like to admit you listen to boy bands if you're a man?
Yeah. I think it's funny. I think it's more acceptable today to listen to everybody seems to like Taylor Swift. But back in the day, not everybody liked Debbie Gibson.
Sure. Okay. 888-710-4ISN.
But by the way, anyone old enough to know who there are Taylor Swift fans who would not like that comparison.
I love Debbie Gibson.
And she now goes by Deborah Gibson now.
You love Debbie Gibson?
Well, she was like is she a one-hit wonder? She's closer
She
to
had
a
a
one-hit
number of
wonder.
hits. Yeah, Long Island Girl.
She had a number of hits?
Number of hits.
That is as bubblegum as you get.
Electric Youth.
Any relation?
Big album.
Any relation to Kirk Gibson?
That'd be a negative.
She limped onto stage and gave the greatest performance of all time.
So we also have
That was
our
in LA, right?
nickname bracket. It's game one of the World Series. Our nickname bracket is live. It is awesome. Please go vote at Maggie and Pearl to see who's going to move on to the next round. But there were, unfortunately, some names that were left off. So Dom is in San Francisco. Dom, who'd we cut?
I believe there's only one that's a pair, and you can't have one without the other. And that's Mr. Inside and Mr. Outside. And thank you for taking my call.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I'm not familiar with Mr. Inside and Mr. Outside. I can admit that.
Mr. Inside and Mr. Outside, football players for the Army football team.
Yeah, Doc Blanchard and Glenn Davis.
Hey, Dominic.
Exactly right.
We Googled it.
Thanks, Dom.
Oh, wait, Dom. I was going to ask, when I say the Golden Boy, he would not have thought of Oscar De La Hoya. He would have thought of Paul Hornig, who, if you're going to go with Doc Blanchard, Paul Hornig was he was the face of football for a long time. He was super famous.
Well, listen, not to sound like Manny here, the youngest person on our show, but when you say Glenn Davis, I think of Big Baby.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Who didn't make the cut.
Everybody knows the
also in
name
prison.
Doc Blanchard. Isn't that, like, for some reason you know about that Army team? And not the details, but that sounds like familiar. Like, and the Gipper. Everyone knows the Gipper.
No, I just realized that you just mentioned the Gipper. We didn't know, no coaches. Like, we didn't do, like, Tark the Shark. We didn't do, like...
Tark the Shark's a great one.
Yeah, we didn't do the General for Bobby Knight.
Oh, darn it. That's a great
Isn't
one,
the
too.
General also maybe Shaq's nickname since he has some actions in the
That's his friend, not
insurance
his
company?
nickname. That's his little animated guy.
It's actually the only nickname he doesn't have.
The little General was Avery Johnson, player and coach.
Oh, of course. That's legend.
Yes. Let's go to Mike in Syracuse. Mike, who's the nickname that did not make our cut of 64?
Well, I realize that there's so many good hockey nicknames, Mr. Goalie, Magic Man, Finish Flash, Golden Jet, Grade 8, all of those. But the one I'm coming up with, there was only one Jim Catfish Hunter.
Well, I was actually thinking, Mike, Louisiana Lightning, Ron Guidry. We left that one off.
Oh, yes.
That's a great... Which one's better, Louisiana Lightning or Catfish?
Oh, Catfish. Because you know what? Everybody knew it was Ron Guidry, but I mean, Catfish Hunter. He no longer had a first name.
Yeah.
It was just Catfish.
Can I?
You're right about that. I'm mad at myself because name drop. I've interviewed Rod Guidry before, and he was great.
Yeah, Louisiana Lightning's a great nickname.
And just Gator.
What happened?
Everyone called him Gator.
What happened to my special hockey nickname? Did not make the final cut. Was in earlier rounds. You know the Vezina Trophy for the best goalie?
Yeah,
Peter,
familiar.
you're a hockey guy.
Yeah.
Do you know what George Vezina's nickname was?
I don't.
He was the Chickatumi Cucumber, and it's listed as one of the top 5 most famous hockey nicknames of all time.
One more
I've
time.
never heard that.
One more time, please.
The Chicoutimi Cucumber. He's from Chicoutimi, Quebec. And he was called the Cucumber because he was always in goal.
Can you do that in a French accent?
Chicoutimi Cucumber. I will have the Chicoutimi Cucumber.
Well, he also mentioned Magic Man, Pavel Datsyuk, right? But Magic Man was also the Green Bay Packers quarterback, right? Don Majkowski was also the Magic Man.
Magic Johnson, so I don't know.
Well,
you
that's
can't
just
do
Magic. And it was
Magic
also,
takes all the magics.
Also, a banger of a song by Heart, who was mentioned already once today about whether or not men admit to listening to women, like chick rockers. Basically.
Can you sing a little Magic?
No.
Is that...
He's a magic man. He's got the magic hands. Come on, you don't know Heart?
I do know Heart, but I know another song by Heart. They have like a huge...
I'm familiar with Josh Hart.
Alone?
The lost member of the Hart family? No, these are two women who I think they're in the Hall of Fame.
Well, Nancy Wilson's married to Cameron Crowe, too, which is who wrote Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, a lot of hits.
Yeah. But you know this Magic song?
Yeah.
Do you? Is it? Okay, I don't know.
The Magic Man.
Thank you, Pete.
It's not Do You Believe in Magic?
No.
That's a different
That's
song.
a different song.
Yeah.
No, Heart didn't sing Do You Believe in Magic? No.
He's a magic.
No. There's about 8 songs with the word magic in it.
Yeah, it's a B.O.B. song, Magic.
Yeah, 800. Meanwhile, results. Oh, I'll give them to you in just a few moments. Meanwhile, Peter Schwartz is here with headlines and maybe some singing.
Nah, I think I'm done for the...
Rest the vocal cords.
I think I'm done for the day. Maybe next time. Let's start with the NFL. Steelers linebacker T.J. Watt, the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. A 3-year, $123 million deal that includes $108 million fully guaranteed at signing. NFLPA Executive Director Lloyd Howell Jr. resigned late last night after a 2-year run as the leader of the union. Also yesterday, veteran wide receiver Mike Williams announced his retirement after 8 seasons in the NFL with the Chargers, Jets, and Steelers. He had signed the deal with the Chargers in March, but was working through an undisclosed injury. Quarterback Justin Herbert reacting to Williams' retirement.
I want what's best for Mike. He's always been there for us, and we're going to be there for him. It's obviously a tough situation, and I've got so much respect for him as a teammate, as a friend, as a receiver, as a player, and the man that he is.
Williams ranks 10th on the Chargers franchise receiving yards list with 4,806, and the Bills reach agreement with second-round pick T.J. Sanders on a 4-year deal.
So we're getting the second-round deals? We're getting done now?
It looks like they are. I was thinking about Mike Williams. Didn't they? It was not an insignificant amount of money that he got signed to, right? Was he paying for like
I don't know what the
$6
dollars
million
were, but it was,
or something?
They were the Chargers apparently were stunned that he retired because he was working to get back, and he stunned them last night. So
a lot of guys, as soon as that training camp, those things are going, and they're like, pass. They see those sledges and those pitting pads, and they're like, nope, not doing it again.
If you've even had a thought of retiring, you're just like, nope, not going through that again.
95-degree heat.
Oh yeah, he's got $84 million he's made in his career, so presumably he's fine. He doesn't.
No, he's
going to
be fine. But I remember it being a little bit more when they signed him than I thought. I thought it was like $6 or $7 million, but
maybe he reconsiders. Maybe towards the end of training camp, he gets the juices flowing again. The injury feels a little bit better, and I don't have to go through those practices every day.
Add him during the season.
There you go.
Could be dangerous.
Baseball is back tonight after the All-Star break. The Blue Jays will host the Giants. Toronto leads the Yankees by 2 games atop the American League East. Manager John Schneider happy with how the first half went.
It's been a long first half, and I think that we had won 5 series in a row before this series, and we've done some really consistent things over the past couple months, I think. So you look up, and it's July 13th. You get a nice little break. You're in first place in your division. There's no other place you want to be.
First pitch tonight, 7:07 Eastern Time. Meanwhile, the Reds open up a series with the Mets tonight in New York. Reds manager Terry Francona says the best is yet to come for his team.
You hopefully play yourself into a position where when you show up at the ballpark, you get a little nervous, and that's fun. You got a little anxiety, and to me, that's what this is all about. And we really got to push, but I still think our better days are ahead of us, and I think it'll be very exciting.
Rumor has it, that's an Adele reference, by the way. First pitch tonight is at 7:10 Eastern time.
They have the Phenom going again, right? Chase Burns, they have one of the Phenoms.
No, it's the other one.
Oh.
I wrote it. I forgot to write it into the script. The other pitcher is pitching for the Reds tonight.
Oh, okay.
Sean Manaea returns for the Mets tonight. But
the
it's
tribal chief.
Nick,
Great nickname.
What's his name? The other pitcher. I think his first name is Nick for the Reds.
Oh, okay. I thought
Were you thinking about something else?
Nick Lodolo.
Nick Lodolo.
Oh, after the break, I thought like the big picture went for every team tonight, right? It's like all the aces are going to be on, or do they go back to the rotation?
Not necessarily. I think they just try to set their rotation.
Oh, okay. I thought like it's Friday. We haven't had baseball in like a month. It feels like it's like opening day all over again. My bad.
Oh, no problem. Well, Max Fried is pitching for the Yankees, so that's another
He
ace
is?
that's starting tonight. Yeah.
I
You
thought-
didn't know that?
No, his blister. I thought he still had the blister.
He's on the probable list for tonight.
Oh, boy.
Against Spencer Strider.
Oh, great.
But that's an update for another hour. 9-time NBA All-Star Damian Lillard has reportedly agreed to a 3-year, $42 million deal with the Blazers. More than 40 WNBA players, including Caitlin Clark, Paige Beckers, and Angel Reese, on hand Thursday for a meeting with the Players Association and the league to discuss a new CBA. They met for a couple hours, did not result in a deal. And second-round action at the Open Championship, or British Open, depending on how you want to get into it, is underway in the first round. Second round almost over. Brian Harmon and I know I'm going to mess up the name. Hao Tong Lee. Did I get that right?
Sounds great.
It sounds good, right? Sounds like I know what I'm talking about. They're both 7 under. Rasmus Højgaard is 5 under. Also, Tyrell Hatton is 5 under. And your guy, Harris English, is still hanging in there, 2 shots out at 5 under par.
Yeah, I got an angry tweet saying, "Oh, Harris English is always great in the majors. How do you not know?" That's not my point. It's the play on words here. It's like I'm a dad here. This is a good dad irony.
Yeah.
I think I'm not a big golf guy, but I think I might just be, out of respect to you, I think I might root for him over the weekend.
But I was hearing your leaderboard there. I'm not sure this is going to get big TV ratings with those names. You got some juice for me there?
Well, the question about is Rory. This is close to his home course.
Yeah. I mean, are we going to get some
3 under through 14.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, he's still in it.
What about Scheffler?
Let's see. Scheffler's also 3 under.
He hasn't teed off yet,
He didn't
though.
make the top 5 or 6 that I was peeking at there.
Okay.
But yeah, he's there. They're within striking distance. Plenty of time to go.
Those. It's funny. I think those are the 2 names you need if you're golf for Sunday.
I just can't believe that somehow yesterday there was a rogue fart that got onto the Open Championship broadcast, and I didn't hear it until this morning.
Oh my God!
How did that not? Like, this is where I feel like AI and the algorithms, like, they think they know you, but they don't really know you, because you know me. You know I would love this.
Yeah.
I was crying earlier when you guys first played the clip. I mean, doubled over, tears.
Yeah,
Never got on my timeline.
Yeah, I don't know if you have the right timeline, because you've told me some of the things that take over that timeline, like that you don't want.
It's like JFK conspiracies. And I'm like, oh, Maggie, what's going on?
By the way, guys, that's everyone's timeline now. Elon's in charge.
That's
but
true.
Here's the thing. I definitely got the 2 people who
Of
got
course.
caught at the Coldplay.
Yeah, of course. But that became...
You didn't really need a Zapruder film for that one.
Yeah, they looked as guilty as hell.
I think that's like a guy feed kind of thing. Like
What, the fart?
The fart at the British Open. Like I think there's like there's a certain...
That's not getting into the ladies' feeds?
I don't know. Do you have a lot of Barstool on your feed?
Yeah, I'm a sports person. So I've got this probably thinks I'm a guy because I use it for work. Like I, use social media for work. So it's not a lot of like, I don't know, would you want to lean into gender stereotypes here?
Hair care products and stuff like that.
I mean, skincare.
Skincare, yeah.
Yeah.
Makeup routines, get ready with me.
Get ready with me is a lot of that.
Oh, yeah.
That's my Instagram feed.
Oh, is it?
I never feel more embarrassed than when I'm with like one of Andrea's friends and they're saying, "Oh, so what's your skincare routine, EJ?" I'm like,
water and
someone asked a man
body
that?
wash.
I think almost all her friends have asked me that at least once, and it's like
Because you have good skin? Like they want your secret?
Part of me wants to think I have bad skin, and that's why they're asking. But I know
You don't, but this is like buying someone a gym membership?
Andrea's really into it, so I think they think, oh, well, of course you got EJ into it. It's like, what are you using? And I'm like,
Cetaphil. Got to
my
use that
body wash?
Cetaphil. That's what I use.
Oh,
Cetaphil.
Bar soap?
Yeah, the body wash and the washcloth. I use for every other body part is probably gross, but that's how I do it.
Just a normal washcloth?
Yeah. Like, I don't know.
What, you mean like a loofah?
Yeah. Well, one thing I'll tell you about the feed.
Cetaphil.
Barstool Sports treated this fart at the British Open like It was like the Miracle on Ice, the excitement that their Twitter feed had. So like,
just as meaningful.
Yeah. It was like U.S. beating Russia. A guy let one rip on mic at the British Open with Scheffler hitting. That was a big deal in a certain lane.
Do you claim it if you're this guy? It's so famous now. Do you just say, yeah,
well,
no,
did he find? How about also? Did he find the mic? Like,
that's a good
was this a
theory.
setup?
Theory.
No, we can't enjoy anything anymore.
No, that's still impressive.
It is very impressive. It's still impressive. Yes.
No,
I think you want to take credit for it.
I almost think it's more impressive to do it intentionally on
command?
national telecast of the
You guys are men. Of course you could fart on demand. By the way,
No.
that's
But I
what
mean,
women
like,
think about
to
you.
find the mic and make sure that it's actually active, like that takes a lot of work.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to ask Manny and EJ if you can find something in the break. The greatest example of someone finding a live microphone on a sideline. I know exactly what it is. I'll help you with it.
I think I know, too.
It happened at a lacrosse game.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, we're going to find that in the break. We're going to play it for you on the other side. I promise you I'm not overhyping it. It's just that good. Maggie and Perloff.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. 1 minute remaining. $45 seconds remaining. $30 seconds remaining. $15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Welcome back. Man, we should do these music debates on the show more often because this leads Manny to bring him out for our rejoin music. Perloff asking who's the better singer, Aretha Franklin or Adele? Is that what this came down to?
Kind of. I don't even know how we got
Cliff Notes version.
Yeah, you would ask the question, is it cool for men to listen to female vocalists?
Yep. Like Adele. Like, would you admit to listening to Adele got us all down this rabbit hole?
Adele is a bit of an exception because you would think men would not admit to listening to Adele, but a lot of men I know do admit to it.
Okay. Great.
Mariah Carey, no.
I tell you, I think it's the time. I think today it's more accepted than it was when Mariah was popular.
But Mariah was so bubblegummy. Adele is a little different. Bubblegum, like pop, like we used to call, I don't know. It's hard to like Manny brought up boy bands. Like, if you're 26 and you're listening to NSYNC or whatever, like there's something.
Well, now that's a throwback.
It's called a boy band.
That's nostalgia.
Yeah,
now.
some kids targeted at tweens. You know, like some music's targeted for 12-year-olds.
Yep, and then definitely the NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block, 100%. They
Aaron
got
Carter.
me.
Adele
Pulled
is
me right in.
Adele is very
Brothers?
much targeted adults.
Sure, Jonas Brothers, little past my time, but yeah, I can get down with that.
Oh,
R.I.P. Aaron Carter. That guy was the man.
Yeah.
By the way,
yes, go ahead.
Guess who I walk by pretty much every day? And I shouldn't say this because there's a Jonas brother who lives on my block. I am not making this up.
Do you know which one?
It's not the guy who's in Jumanji, the most famous one who's married to. He was married to the woman from Game of Thrones.
Oh, Sophie Turner. Yeah, they got divorced.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that guy. He's a neighbor.
That
See
guy
him
lives
all
there.
the time.
Oh.
You got that Jonas brother on your block hitting the town, probably.
You don't know his name either, do you?
No, I do not.
I think it's
That's
Joe.
Joe
Yo,
Jonas.
yo,
That's
yo,
Joe
yo,
Jonas.
yo.
Yeah.
Joe, Nick, and Kevin, hello.
Joe's my first guess, and I Googled it.
You know, Nick's become like a big-time actor. He's in a lot of stuff.
I mean,
Yeah,
Nick has been huge for decades now.
He's definitely the number one Jonas brother, Nick.
Yeah.
He got his brothers wiped out.
He was the heartthrob when I was growing up.
I think he's married to Priyanka Chopra.
You
isn't
are
he?
correct. You
Yeah.
are correct.
Right,
He is him.
that's an all-star couple.
He is
Okay,
him.
we have the all-time hot mic
she.
moments. So yesterday, it hit the timeline, everybody's but mine, and now I'm getting caught up that somebody ripped a huge fart at the Open Championship yesterday, got caught on a mic.
What are you laughing about? There's so much to say about that shot. The sound off the club face.
Ooh. It's the reaction. That's the subtle part that actually really kills me with the fart. So we're asking if that's the greatest hot mic moment because you were alleging, Pro, maybe someone was doing it on purpose.
Oh, yeah, which is still crazy impressive to me. Like, dude's like, hey, I dare you to go up to that mic. That is awesome.
Okay.
But to know that the mic is actually on, if you've been at a golf course, like, how do you know that they're recording?
So this reminded us of something that happened earlier this year, an all-time hot mic moment. It came from a college lacrosse game.
Sacred Heart has diarrhea.
And now we'll get our penalty.
So Sacred Heart to the man up, trailing by 2 at the beginning of this fourth quarter.
A lot of people saying Sacred Heart has diarrhea.
Okay, we apologize for our crowd mic.
Amazing. What do you like better? Because that was somebody who went up to a crowd mic at a lacrosse game. Like you said, no clue if it's on, and just says a lot of people saying Sacred Heart has got diarrhea.
Have to admit, I thought it was.
A lot of people saying Sacred Heart has diarrhea.
I thought it was a game official explaining why they didn't come out of the locker room at halftime.
No, it's someone found the hot mic and then the broadcaster scolding them in real time. All right.
Yeah, no. Well, there's actually, you're right. There is a history of this, though.
Okay, we.
All right.
We had
enough
growing
fun
up.
games.
This is not as funny, but growing up as a Phillies fan, there was somebody who knew where the hot mic was behind home plate and used to get up and go, "All right, everybody hits tonight." It was famous. Happened every game. Did you guys ever?
No, that's funny.
Yeah, everybody hits.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that should be an assignment. We should send Manny out on the field, find a hot mic, and do something crazy.
And just fill in the blank.
Screen Maggie and Perloff.
Oh,
6:10 Eastern, Infinity Sports Radio Network. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that combo.
Actually, and if you're gonna do the fart, at least claim it, which is what you're asking, Pearls. That person, whoever, if they got caught, are they claiming it? Are they embarrassed by it? I don't know.
You know what? The more I think about it, this had to be intentional.
Why?
Okay.
Because the directionality. I assume this is a boom mic. Like, what kind of mic situation are we talking about?
I think there's mics like on the side of the course, right? To pick up that swing.
A lot of people saying Sacred Heart has diarrhea.
Okay.
I don't know. I think is Pablo Torre going to investigate this?
We need him.
Like the crowd mic, it's like louder than anything in the crowd. I don't know.
Pablo Torre finds out.
Who farted at the Open Championship?
Who let this one out?
Yeah.
They find some poor
I mean, if you're in a crowd, first of all, it's Scheffler, so there's probably a big crowd around him. Like, would you even just doing that without the mic is pretty radical.
Some poor guy sitting on his couch eating potato chips. It's knock on the door. It's Pablo Torre. Were you the farter? EJ Stewart, Manny Rodriguez, thank you guys so much. Thank you to Peter Schwartz. Thank you, Andrew Kaplan. To the Weedos and the Coffee Drinkers, please go vote on the best nicknames in sports bracket at Maggie and Pearl on X. It is live right now.